Hello. That escalated quickly.
Bravo.
Yeah. It was an escalator.
Hello.
Hi,
Internet.
everybody.
Oh, sorry.
Hi.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
Hi.
Hello, Internet.
Hello, Internet. Today,
Krista's the Internet.
I am the internet.
Hello,
here, have a
Internet.
skull pillow.
Whoa.
Yes. Whoa. Oh my God, my technology. It has succeeded. I am sitting on a pair of yoga blocks.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
A little height.
Oh yeah, you bought them. Thank you.
Yeah.
Would you like your rolling thing? Would anyone else like the rolling thing? Okay.
Sure.
You have this
Is it
one.
okay if we
Sweet.
use the table?
Yeah, just like try not to be. Don't be an asshole about it.
Yeah. Don't use metal dice.
Yeah. I ran a game for somebody the other night who used metal dice, and it was great because it was in a restaurant, and he was the manager. And I'm like, it's your tables, man. Like, holy crap, they do some damage. All right, so hello, welcome to Dork Tales. We are going to start Starfinder, episode 2.
Pew 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 pew.
So we are streaming on Twitch, right? Oh, did someone said something in the chat already?
Oh, really?
Hello,
what's
person. My
Who's
eyes
that?
aren't good enough.
Where am I looking?
Top
It's like
right
top
with
right
the
chat.
purple.
Top right.
But that does kind of look like a chat on the left, doesn't it?
Oh, over there.
Yeah.
Put on your glasses.
Whoa, they are live.
Whoa.
Woohoo!
Whoa.
Michael Eilert.
Oh, sup, my lot.
No, he's my lot.
My lot. So Michael did some fantastic graphic design work and took my logo and made it like super fucking rad. That's
As is
my
the
lot.
way of his people.
No, like you have no idea until you see his Sword and Sorcery one and the City of Mist logo.
No,
Actually-
the City of Mist is the best by
Okay,
far.
hold on.
Oh, I haven't seen this yet.
Yeah, hold on.
These are fantastic.
Like
They're
all I
so
could
much
all I
fun.
could do was like use shocked and amazed faces because I was like, I sent him an idea and I'm like, oh no, maybe do something like this, and like I think he had this mental process where he's like, if I do it the way Kelly wants it, it'll end up looking really like Milady, and then he just like spun it and made it great. It was super rad.
Everything I've seen that he's done for the games has been really awesome.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, nice. That's
Woohoo!
pretty
Oh
awesome.
my
Yeah,
god,
no.
so good.
And then hold on.
And what's the one we've got up right
Oh,
now? It's the
oh,
one with the sun, right?
And this is the one of the sci-fi logos.
Oh, nice.
He says more are coming.
And then
Stay
there's
tuned.
Another sci-fi
Oh.
logo, and then there's a D&D logo.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then there's like the best one I think just for general use is the D20
I like the
one.
D20
Yeah.
one.
It
Yeah.
looks really solid.
He said more are coming. Stay tuned.
And that's mine where I
Nice.
just centered the text.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Michael.
Yes.
So some ones that Mike, if you could think about it, like a superhero one, and then whatever we end up doing. As far as new games, Starfinder is our newest game. We're still running City of Mist. It's just that working professionals have difficulty
It does get tricky sometimes.
meeting because like one of our players is a nurse and the other one is like a high school teacher and like I'm a grad, so it just doesn't work. So like, so it will come, I promise. And then in March, once some more of my work is done, we will be starting a new game, and we're pulling around for that. We've got some weird ideas, including like a sports game, a magical girl game, what we did for generic fantasy setting, where it was like, hey, it's generic fantasy setting, we'll just like make up the entire game as we go along, and this is like, oh, our dragonborn are actually like cute little dragon girls and stuff like that, but it's post-apocalyptic.
Nice. Nice.
So it's like, welcome to the ruins of New Manburg.
So
I
when
kind
you,
of feel like we should save the Magical Girl one for when we do it when we do any live ones, like at cons. And
Yes.
because the one that we're going to do, which is in D&D Live,
Yeah, for SakinoCon.
is in cosplay.
Oh yes, that's true.
So if we do Magical Girl,
Yes. I could make a ton of like pieces that everyone
mean,
can just pick from.
I think James would look
That'd be so
fantastic in a Magical Girl
I think
outfit.
James would look fantastic
And that's
as
the
a
paladin.
magical girl too.
Yeah.
All right.
Love it.
So I wasted how much of our time? I wasted 6 minutes of our time.
Oh.
We got some cool stuff coming up,
Woo.
including stuff we're doing tonight. You may notice that the table is slightly mic-less tonight. Mike has some weird man in his mouth right now. He's at a dentist.
He's having a riot.
So he'll show up. So if Mike can speak, he'll be here later. I guess that means everybody should leave your phones on because the front door's locked.
Mine's on
Okay.
because I've got
You know what?
the chat up. So
Perfect.
Okay. I'm gonna leave mine on vibrate.
it means I can I'll see it move if somebody actually says something.
Yeah.
But I don't need to pay attention to it.
All
yeah,
right.
exactly.
So, we might as well start here then. So, last time on Against the Aeon Throne, you all landed...
Sorry, can you say that again? I just love the way that sounded. Last time on Against the Aeon Throne.
Well, I mean, I could do it generic style and do it like... Last time on Against the Aeon Throne.
Yes!
Goku and crew.
Oh no!
Okay, bro, back it up.
It's not violent.
Are we up against Goku?
No, I'm allowed. I know Kyle Holbert. I know the guy who does that voice. I interviewed him a couple years ago. So like,
Right.
so we tight. He doesn't remember my face or name, but we tight. We're like best friends. I got his name wrong on stage, and he made fun of me for an hour.
I mean, he probably remembers you for that alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, someone else. I was like Holbert, and they're like, "Are you talking to the Hobear?" And I'm like, "Is it French?" Like, I'm American. I don't know the difference. I'm like, so Kyle Holbert. He's like, Holbert.
Yeah, it's the exact same name as the person we worked with at the Stub. Last name, isn't it? Katie?
That's her uncle. Anyway, so we're
Got
gonna...
another in.
Last time on Against the Aeon Throne.
Yes!
The crew of the Wayward Sun went to visit a friend on the colony of Nakondis. However, when they landed, things were not as they should be. The Azlanti Star Empire, a cruel, galaxy-reaching empire of despots. I didn't prep this. Big jerks landed and had captured the colony for some nefarious reason. The crew landed after being attacked by several orbital probes. Their ship, the Wayward Sun, damaged. They landed and soon came across several Azlanti guards. Some strange creatures that shot lightning out of their mouths, and a running, fearful colonist named...
You expecting that from me?
Jellic Fulson, who, although he's going to sound kind of like Shaggy, is nowhere near that power level.
I have clearly missed that meme. I just keep seeing people talking about it.
I was asking my students about it, and they're like, "We don't know, but it's awesome."
It is awesome. Like, I'm almost used 10% of my power level, man. Good job. Oh, by the way, Chris, like all of the coffee is in the kitchen. If
Cool.
You wanna, like, and if you when you go, when you get your coffee, can you get me the coffee too?
Sure thing.
Okay, thank you. After a piezo-length dialogue box
Oh god.
that I managed to do as naturally as Paizo allows. Sorry, Paizo, but it's true. Jellic told you about... Oh, it was Jellic, but now it's Jellic. Like Namek.
Okay.
Jellic. Jellic provided you with details on what the Aeon... not the Aeon Throne. What the Azlanti Star Empire was attempting. Then he choked on his own spit for a second.
Well, he was panicking.
He was panicking, yeah, so am I. And then he said to you, well, I guess he just said, like, well, y'all, come with me. We can go back to the jump shop. My ex-wife runs it, and she's basically the person with the most know-how around here. It's a good place for y'all to lay low.
So Crutch will look at a lot of you and shrug. What do you all think?
I think laying low is a good plan.
Mm-hmm. Though we might want to be out in the forest more than in the city, surrounded by them. We might be able to pick up patrols.
This is just on the edge, and it's safe enough. She'll be able to give you a better lay of the land anyway. You'd hate to be out here blind.
I think we need to go in there and figure out what happened to Sedona and get out of here.
Yeah, if we're gonna get out of here, Mike's character says, someone should go back and make sure the ship's okay. I'll do it. Suck it, Mike. Not that Mike, other Mike.
I'm like, Amy, you always want coffee. How is this news?
Yeah,
Don't
you
need
could
to put it in chat.
Yeah, coffee. You could be over here and enjoying your Amy right now. I knew what I said, and I kept going anyway. You could be here monitoring the chat from the control room.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could then have claimed your mug from James, and he would have to have used like the other one.
But now,
Well, no, she
it's
has-
too late. Now,
Amy has
Anything in it?
Just top it. Do
Yeah,
yourself
I
first.
mean, she does have that one, but I mean, the big one.
That was a gift from when I left my last job, actually, as well as the ugliest dice that I've ever seen, which actually rolled really well. So I'm okay with it because it's what's inside that counts. And
Yeah.
Lead
what's in? Yeah.
Unfortunately,
What's inside your player's
my
space?
really awesome yellow ones aren't rolling well right now. That's why Blog's using them.
Oh, your glow in the dark ones.
Yeah.
Those are pretty. I'm using my glow in the
Well,
dark
not
ones
really-
too, actually.
They're not actually glow in the dark. They're just like neon yellow.
Fluorescent.
However, they do show up really cool under blue light.
Oh, like a black light, or
No blue light.
Is
Like
it
we had
blue
blue
light?
lights in
Oh,
there
okay.
for City
I
of
mean,
Mist,
blacklight
Oh, yeah.
too.
and they really showed up.
You know what I realized after I spent all of that time like readjusting? We're just waiting for the coffee, then we're gonna go back.
Yeah.
After I spent all that time adjusting the lights for City of Mist,
yeah.
I could have just done a filter in Photoshop later. It was like I did it by accident. We'll
You
try
know
to-
what? You did it the right way.
That's right. I did it with
Physical
practical
effects.
effects.
Yeah.
I'm like J.J. Abrams, kind of, sort of.
As a
And-
makeup artist, I appreciate that.
Amy, you were the first man in the chair. You could have just kept doing it. She was like, I could have been the guy in the
Wait,
chair.
if you're a
I didn't
makeup
know I could
artist,
do this.
I do
I'm
3D
just like-
modeling
You
and animation.
You did
Be
it
the
first
guy
time.
you
You're like
want.
counterpoints.
Oh,
But also work so well together.
Want to be frenemies? Let's
Yes!
be frenemies.
speaking of counterpoint, if you guys aren't watching that show, you're missing
You
out.
can cover all my screw
It's
ups.
it's J.K. Simmons versus J.K. Simmons.
I get my own coffee logo.
According to Michael, yes.
Is that just like the circle with a butt on the chin? Like, you can't tell. It's
I'll shave for next
It's
time so
there.
you can see.
just mutton chops.
Oh god.
Yes.
All right, you know what? We're gonna get into
That would be
this.
amazing.
We're gonna start game, actually dive in, because otherwise this is gonna happen like every other session of the Requiem podcast that still has to be released does, where we sit down and we just like shoot the shit for 3 hours straight, and then it's like, well, time to go home. Nice not being vampires with you. And season 2 of that is gonna start
Let's be
recording before
space
season
people.
1. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll go back.
Power. Sorry.
I'll go back to the ship.
You do that.
Don't worry, it'll be fine. I've got this gun. Or whatever noise her gun makes. Zort zort.
Pew pew.
She had a laser pistol, didn't she?
Yeah.
Zort
Yeah.
zort.
I think we all have those, don't we? Except you.
Oh, heck no.
Except you.
Alright.
The smaller of us do.
James Crutch controls the things that go boom.
That's my thing.
Alright. So, do you all agree to follow Jelek?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bring us there.
So, after a short walk through the jungle, Jelek takes you. Oh, pardon me, it's not jungle. This is like Pacific Northwest.
The rainforest.
Yeah, remember the fog here limits your vision to 30 feet.
Mhm.
Okay. After a short walk through the fog, Jelek takes you through the back way behind the foliage at Madelon's Landing. And around to Ibretta's junk shop. The mechanic's workshop consists of 3 interconnected, prefabricated modules, each the size of a shipping container. The central module is open on one side and appears to be a repair bay, although the tool chests, spools of wire, and broken equipment stacked haphazardly around the area imply the repairs are slow going at best. Storage crates, broken furniture, and scrapped engines litter the yard around the junk shop, creating a bit of a minefield that you have to navigate in the foggy dimness. A short metal fence surrounds the yard, separating the chaos within from the orderly paths and shrubs of the surrounding colonist modules. So, as you go around, he'll sneak you in through a gap in the fence around back, and take you up to the back door. At which point, could have been way worse. There's a pause, and then a moment later, a thickly set woman with her hair tied up at the top of her head and a pair of goggles holding it all up. Who looks like this?
Okay.
Okay. Answers the door, peeking out. Who's there? It's me. Jalek, what the hell are you doing out here? I brought friends. She casts a look over the four of you. You're not Azlanti.
Not last time I checked.
Get in here.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Jalek waits outside after all of you have wandered in. Stands there. Well, are you coming in or not? Thank you. And he'll slink in. She'll take a good look at him as he walks through the door and let out the most tremendous divorcee sigh. Oh. Inside, the inside of her shop is much the same as the outside. There's a coffee pot that's it looks fairly new, but it's already browned from use around the edges. The glass has absorbed probably 1,000 cups of coffee since it's been bought, at least.
Is it empty?
It is not, but what is at the bottom of it is not the color of coffee anymore. It is the color of dark matter.
It's never empty.
Yeah, in a mechanic shop, no, it just gets recycled. It's like being in a doctor's office, right? Or at least a doctor's.
Worse.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I'll start looking around
Legit
for a
have
cup.
experience.
Cups are in the cupboard. Jalek, make yourself useful and make him some snacks and food.
Can you pour me one?
I'd be
too?
happy to assist.
No,
I'll say to Jalek.
no. I've got it. I should make myself useful. Yeah, that would probably be nice. All right, I'm assuming there's a story here.
Where's
Yeah.
Sedona?
Sedona's a friend of ours. We were coming by to visit.
Then we encountered these raiders.
We've got a shipment for this colony too. We're still hoping to get paid.
Got attacked by a pair of drones while we were.
You're the runners, the delivery people.
Yeah.
I like that. Runners. We'll use that one more often.
As far as I can tell, Sedona is being held by the lieutenant in the garrison building. Seems the most logical place. They took over. They've taken over the entire place. I wouldn't really call them raiders so much as invaders.
And that's
How many?
structure in the middle definitely looks like they're occupying.
I mean, probably 2 or 3 dozen. There were more. The main ship left a while ago. They might be bringing more back. I don't know.
Ma'am, may I assume you're Ibretta of Ibretta's Junk Shop?
Yes. Sorry.
Coffee?
Manners. And she'll hold out a hand. Hi, Bretta. Nice to meet you. And you are?
I'm Noah.
Noah.
Do you have any maps I could see?
Yeah, hold on. She'll root around in some drawers. Clang, 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 clang.
Thank you. Now, be polite. Introduce yourselves.
I hand her some of her own coffee. Hal.
My name's Crutch.
Lola and Ria's back with the ship still, but
You have a
Ria
ship.
later eventually.
We have a ship.
Well, yeah, how are we supposed to get here otherwise?
Were you detected?
We were shot down.
We
Oh,
were
we
not
were
shot
shot
down. We shot them down.
My shooting was most excellent.
So you're
Better
fighters.
than mine.
Yes, we're definitely yes, we are warriors.
She'll take a long look at your weapons. Okay. Well, if you're friends with Sedona, that's enough for me. Look, we're just colonists, but I mean, you're strapped for bear.
And other large mammals, yes.
It's an expression where I come from.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah. Would you be willing? Obviously, you're not going to get paid until the Azlanti you're kicked out of here. You want to help do some kicking?
Of course, we have to free Sedona.
Okay. Well,
Are there how many people have they taken in there to their barracks?
a few. But They don't know, but a few of us have been coordinating resistance to the occupation. I guess I'm in charge, technically. We don't have all the pieces we need yet, but 4 and eventually 5 of you, maybe, actual fighters can do some strategic strikes.
That seems appropriate to me.
Well, if you need something blown up, he's your guy.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, I figured that the first step is to weaken the Azlanti. A few targeted strikes around town can reduce their numbers, weaken their defenses, hopefully both.
Pick off some patrols, perhaps.
And whereabouts do they tend to situate themselves?
I've got a list, actually, if you're interested.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Okay, well, in between these, you can also hang out here, hide out, heal up if you get hurt, and then once you mark off some of these items, I mean, we can probably stage a direct attack on the garrison to flush them out and free the prisoners.
If we manage to take out those guns that they had on there, might be able to use the ship to our advantage too.
Yeah, that sounds pretty ideal. Okay, well, we don't have many resources besides what you have, so anything that you confiscate from any that you deal with, and I think at this point,
Hunting rifle.
this is a good start. They confiscated all of our weapons.
Well,
Right.
I'm sure we can jerry-rig or capture some things. It might be good if we can stage a distraction well away from town too, draw off the bulk of their number.
Oh, don't worry, I've got some ideas. And she'll gesture at the map. All right.
And we managed to pull off one of their badges.
I was just looking for that. I was trying to remember what it was. I
Location
put it in
tracker.
my
Yes.
location tracker. That's what it
It
was.
seems to kind of show how close they are to themselves. Like they kind of, what was it? You thought it did it.
There you go.
It dings
It's-
when you're in a certain area.
It's linked to another person specifically, isn't it?
Well, yes, it's linked to them, but it's also a motion sensor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Within 60 feet of anybody
Yeah.
not linked to it.
Yeah.
So you just detect people and friendlies.
Quick flash, red light, smaller, larger corporeal creature approaches in 60 feet. Invisible creatures don't trigger it. Reduces distance by 20 feet for each interposing door. You can attune the badge to a creature by touching it to the item, which takes a full action. You can attune the badge up to 10 different creatures. When you are within 60 feet of these creatures, regardless of whether you have moved in the past round, the badge emits a yellow flash to let you know an ally is near.
Also, let's say good luck to Kristen, who just did some liquor PhD exam.
First of 2 PhD qualification exams.
Oh,
Good luck!
Good luck!
You got this!
You're amazing. You got this.
Kick ass!
Pretend this is bubble tea. You know why.
Balls?
I like the jellies myself.
Oh no, tapioca balls are the best.
Strawberry jellies.
Listen, you can all fight me.
Lychee jellies.
No, I'm done with tapioca. Yeah.
What up?
Both.
We're family.
Yeah, it's interesting that this side of the table is the fan of the balls.
They're tasty. All right. So speaking of fans of the balls, Charlie's also not going to join us tonight because he's being whiny, and that would just be all that Mike did tonight. So maybe later.
We won't subject you to dog whining constantly.
So, looking at the map, she'll point out a couple of things, and Krista, feel free to write on that as much as you want.
Cool.
If you need, do you need a Sharpie or something? Or
Um,
we'll pencil
I'm
it.
assuming D is the junk shop.
So the junk shop is not D, or maybe it is. Hold on.
Based on your description, it
Oh,
sounds
yeah,
like a
it's
silver
D.
Sharpie or something, so it shows
Oh,
up.
if you got one on hand.
You know where they are.
Now, before you
Yeah,
dive in
okay.
too much, can we take a peek? Like, I just want to have a quick
Absolutely.
peek at it, just so I have some rough ideas of what
Me
we're
too.
doing at.
Yeah, we're in the D.
So we're in
Let's
D?
see.
Okay.
Yeah.
And which is the barracks?
It's going to be the weird shaped thing in the middle.
That's what I saw.
F barracks, assault on the M.
M.
Oh, M is there. Go.
That's the garrison.
And that's the garrison, and that's where they're keeping Sedona.
Yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
That's where they said.
Well, as far as they know.
Yes.
honestly.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, that they said we believe she's being held here.
spent a long time assembling
They're
these
both
maps.
black and silver.
Danke.
Cool. So she'll go over the map and explain a couple of things to you. So I kind of wish we had Roll20 so I could throw the map up for the chat on YouTube. But so you said right before we started looking at the map, we should distract them and bring them out toward the edge of town.
Yeah, like get them away from town if we could. Yeah.
I have some ideas about that actually. So why don't we test your footing with a couple of easy things first? All right. So first, if you look, I've marked them down. Look at E.
Okay.
That's the storehouse. If we can disrupt anything, if we can disrupt the storehouse, we can prevent them from getting resupplied, cut their food out.
How many guards in the storehouse?
Probably just one or two, maybe more. I don't know.
Are there any windows on the back of it? Because see, the main entrance from your map at least is facing the center of town.
Most of the modules do have multiple doors for fire safety.
Excellent.
These are all prefabs. They were dropped in directly like that or built by some of our printers. So they should all have predictable layouts. The only exception to that would be the commander's quarters at the garrison. What they're using as a garrison anyway.
And any rotating watch?
Pretty standard. Every 6 hours.
Any idea what exactly is being stored in that storehouse?
Not even a little bit. So there's two other places that you should take a look at. So the second, if you look at F, okay, that's a hobguard trap. I don't know. Do you know hobgars? They're pretty native to this area.
Do I?
Do I?
Yeah.
You can make me a knowledge or not.
Life science?
Let's do life science, and it's going to be DC 20.
Nuts, I haven't trained that one yet.
24.
No shit. After putting two and two together, hobgars are strange little creatures that like to chew on metal and shoot lightning. In fact, later after your fight with them last session, you're like, oh, they're probably those things that like almost killed one of us.
Yep. Gotcha. And why do you trap them?
Oh, because they mess with all sorts of electronics.
So...
They're attracted
Gotcha.
to electrical signals and other things that conduct. They have a natural bioelectricity field. So we of course, they mess with our stuff, so we set up some booby traps for them. Well, not humane traps. So they're in a trap at the top of a pole near the center of town. If you could let them out, normally we let it out every day or two. You know, nobody's been there in about a week, so it's probably teeming with a bunch.
Probably very hungry
And angry, and just think of all the trouble they'd cause, especially for people who've never seen them before. So if you could let them out, that would probably be good.
If the rest of you are alright with that, I will abstain from that mission.
Stay behind it.
I've got no problems taking care of it.
Me neither.
Do you guys have a way for how you let them out without them then targeting you?
Well, I mean, you've got a little bit of time up there, so you'll have to use the built-in computer to open the gates, but it's got a timer on it,
Okay.
so you can give yourself a minute head start.
Cool.
You normally would just get the hell out of there and just, you know, or you shoot them, but I would probably recommend not doing that. I mean, they're probably more use than not. And then the last one, you were asking about the patrols. There's a patrol of three of them that have been going around recently bullying people. You know, just doing the typical Imperial bullshit that you'd expect. They're normally so their route takes them along, and she'll draw a finger across there, right across this place, G. That's our cemetery. Draws them around right by that, and she'll give you the time. It's in about an hour and a half. We'll take them there, and about every hour or so, it'll loop them by there. Goes by there. I would suggest taking them out.
Now that would be if that route is very predictable, then I could certainly rig up a charge and detonate it when they're walking past.
Maybe a little stealthier than that, Chief.
Stealth is not exactly my specialty. I'm simply putting all the options on the board.
Can you crush throats?
No, but this... Pull up the Dashko. This makes short work of pretty much whatever it strikes.
See, my big worry is that you're going to make a lot of noise and call in reinforcements.
I think we should start with the trap. That'll just make chaos. And then that gives us a little bit more free reign to get rid of the, or take care of the other two. Check out the storehouse, and then maybe ambush the patrol.
One question. Do these, do they have some sort of transmitter or anything like that they're able to communicate with their parent vessel? We didn't see anything when we were coming in, but...
Well, they've got radios. Or they've got... They have comms. Now, I don't understand what the hell they're saying. I don't know. Do any of you speak Azlanti?
I'm more worried about them calling in a warship or anything like that.
No. They would have to get it here through the drift pretty quick.
Why are they even here?
Hell if I know. This is a pretty prime world, but...
Is this world like on the edge? This is like on the edge of our space.
This is the reaches.
So it's a good starting point.
They were a conquering empire.
Yeah.
So if they got pushed back, this may be where they're coming back at.
Yeah.
Did you say earlier that the people, the ones that we fought last session, were like young?
Yeah.
They're like cadets.
Maybe this is a training ground.
A training operation?
Well, I mean, Jellic will kind of chime up. I mean, it probably has something to do with that ship we found. The crash ship. For those of you who have been doing other things with your lives for 2 weeks, in the last session, Jellic mentioned during this giant text box that you'll flash back to the text.
Oh no.
A few days later, a starship sailed in above the town commons, blasted the communications building to slag, and unloaded a bunch of soldiers. There wasn't a lot we could do. The soldiers rounded up everyone in town, and their leader, a stern woman, whose face I never saw, but seemed stern somehow anyway.
All of a sudden in his flashback, he's gotten way more manly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, sorry. Zoinks! Like, anybody that, protested there, the soldiers made us bury the bodies, and then they forced to unload some prefab building components, which they turned into a garrison in the center of town. The woman in charge asked us about the crashed ship. It turns out it's old Azlanti technology. She was very interested in what Sedona found. She rounded up Madelon being the founder of Madelon's Landing, which is the town. Madelon. Sedona and a few others and jailed them in the garrison. A large ship went away, but all the soldiers stayed, and they've instituted martial law. But we're basically prisoners. We try to make do as before, but anybody stepping out of line gets punished. When I got the chance, I ran. But I don't know. This is slowly turning into that guy who voiced Fix-It Felix.
I love him so
much. I love
much.
that actor, and I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But,
So
God, him on 30 Rock was amazing.
Yep.
When I got the chance, I ran. I didn't know there were soldiers in the forest. I killed one with a lucky shot, but those other two closed in, and that brings me to where I met you. It's like I said before. The ship.
Right. Ship.
How dare you not remember
Sedona.
something?
I was about to say there was a ship that was discovered. Cool.
It must be a hell of a ship, she says. Maybe it's a royal vessel or something.
Or a science vessel. Important technological information, weapons plans.
You're right. All of our fog. I think you're probably right, actually, but I'm just pissed. Sorry.
That's entirely okay. Shall we institute at least one of these plans? Setting off the Hobguard trap would cause a distraction, as if we have one person setting off that while others of us are at the cemetery to jump the guards.
That could be good. I've got 3 more things when you get done with these.
Of course.
All right. How do we want to do this? As a team or split up?
Well, the Hobguard trap's kind of right in the middle. But that's really close to the garrison, so you need to be careful of that.
Well, perhaps one of you smaller types could sneak in there. It would be good if we could almost do both of these simultaneously.
I don't care how you do it, just make it hurt.
Well, perhaps, Crutch, if you were to make a distraction at the Hobgar trap whilst you are freeing them, others of us would see that happen if we time it right and take out the guards at the cemetery.
You're not going to see anything through the fog.
Would we hear it?
Maybe. It's pretty thick. It deafens sound, or it blocks a bit of sound too. But
Crutch, do you think you could get through that?
Well, I mean, there's not much point Crutch going to the Hobguard trap. He's our heaviest hitter and our biggest member.
No, I understand.
But
I'm just saying that he would be the best to make a distraction in Hobgar in the center of town and be the most likely to
I think
fare well against them.
Once we free the things from the cage, that'll be big enough distraction everywhere. Probably
fair.
go crazy running around.
My only thought is that that's going to look obvious. They've been here long enough to know there's a trap there. So why don't we try and take out that patrol by the cemetery first, as quietly as we can, and then go to the storehouse and then hit that as we're trying to do anything around the garrison, right? Because otherwise we spend our distraction too early.
And we might need the larger scale distraction to actually extract Sedona.
They'll be...
No, wait. No. Check that. We're going. When the rebellion rises up, that'll be more than distraction than that. What were they called again? Hobgars. Hobgars.
Quick question: did Ibretta mention? So she talked about the Hobgar trap has a computer that needs to be dealt with.
Yes.
Is it only is there a wireless signal to it or a wired
you
signal?
asked her that. It's hardwired. We didn't want anything that. Wireless and Hobgars don't always work well. It's easier to go analog.
Is the analog connected to anything else?
Stop the pole. I know. It's not ideal, but I mean, no offense, but Inisoki should have no problem getting up there. You guys are pretty good climbers, right? Not to stereotype or anything, but you look pretty agile.
Yeah, not bad. You're assuming I know how to use... I'm good at computers, though.
Isn't everybody? Look, it's not hard. I mean, oh wait, you can't take 10 or 20 up there. Never mind.
Computers is also a trained only.
Is it really?
It is.
Yeah.
How is the computers a trained only in the future? Computers is like an innate thing to kids born now.
I think it's supposed to be using it intrusively.
Okay.
Like hacking versus normal usage, right?
Yeah.
You get away this time, Paizo.
So, I mean, if you're going to make me roll on that, there's no frickin' point me going, because I can't do it.
What's the sequence to open up the trap?
How exactly does this system work?
And I'm gonna it's Karen, memorize whatever she says.
I mean, it's just a pretty basic sequence. You just have to be able to to initiate it, and it's kind of hard because you're doing it hang on to a pole. It's not hard. It's just, if you mess it up, you're falling. 20? I don't know, how many feet did she say?
I'll go up there.
So the way she describes it, you don't think it's a difficult check. It's just it's a yes or a no check, basically.
It would be, if with the fog as thick as it is, it's going to be, no one's going to see you unless they're really close.
Yeah, I'll go up there. I'll do it.
Okay. Well, that
I'm not very good at computers, but I've got Karen.
Does that allow you to make a computers roll?
Is it actually a computers roll?
Yeah.
Then I don't think so.
Does anybody here? Okay, who has computers? All right.
The one person who's I'm not going.
Then
up
we're
there.
going to rephrase this
We'll have
entire
to.
exchange as whoever does the Hobgar trap needs to be able to use a computer.
I suppose that nominates me.
Look, you can set the trap on a delay before it opens. That'll be more than enough time for you to get down. Just be careful on your way up.
Of course.
Sorry.
It's all good.
We appreciate it. Yeah, we appreciate it. She shoots the husband. The ex-husband a look. He kind of goes back to like chopping things on the counter. A minute later, as you're looking through things, he'll deliver the space equivalent of cucumber sandwiches to the table.
Oh yeah, space cucumbers.
Oh, and some type of grub. Ooh.
I will happily try
They
it.
pop nicely.
Sorry, all she had was canned.
These are canned?
Space can. All right.
I will totally eat it.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll start cheering.
It's the insect equivalent of like smoked oysters.
Amazing.
It's alien, and I'm a rat.
Um,
I'm a xenoseeker.
Mister, you like it okay?
I'm just like, this is so cool.
I believe
I
I
don't
had,
care if it doesn't taste
I
good.
believe I was carrying the corpse of one of those other things that we like.
Oh, the hobgar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hobgar.
Oh, so you have one?
Yeah.
All right.
Are these things edible at all?
Yes, but do you have any fillings?
Like
Metal?
my teeth naturally regrow.
You should be fine as long as you don't have any metal in you. They do possess a latent static charge, so I've watched dealing with any like old school hard drives or anything.
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Well, I don't know. Some people like to have old
That-
collections.
Wait, I'm gonna go like put my face down and like get my makeshift hand grenades out of the way.
Like I'm trying to think, these guys store electricity in their bodies. Basically, it'd just be like a steak that could shock you.
Either that or they got some sort of
Delicious.
gland that builds it up, kind of like an electric eel.
Probably, but there's probably still like a static disc. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either
That's
way,
spicy.
your spine's
It's
kind of
gonna be a very unique taste.
It's shockingly good.
Should have taken a rank of computers. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Also, anybody who's interested can start saving up to spend a point of language on Azlanti at second level.
Yeah.
Buying a dotted culture.
Is that how you get into this one?
Yep, you gain languages when you
Oh,
increase
really?
your ranks in culture.
Did you get?
Oh. I didn't know that because they don't say anything clearly
Yeah,
about languages
It's
in the
dense.
build area.
So how many do you get one per level of it?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Actually, I haven't taken my
I have no
my
languages as far as
language
I'm
for
aware.
my rank in culture.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, well, hell.
because you get common your homeworld and I think one other for being a human. So
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know what my homeworld one is
I just chose one at random.
So it's.
because I couldn't find anything about language.
Can someone hand me the core? Let's look this up real quick.
Page 40.
And then I forgot to ask.
For language?
So
Languages. Yep.
I, for one, already have one rank in vest culture, which is called Intimidate.
Languages. Okay,
A
so.
character can learn
Yosukoi is Yosukoi.
okay.
Or Isoki, whatever it is.
bonus language, or by putting a rank in culture skill, you gain a language.
Okay, so I'm going to list off the other languages. Abyssal, Aquan, Arcanan, which is the inhabitants of Arcanan and Osoro. Oran, which is, Aquan is like water elementals and stuff. Oran is inhabitants of the plane of air. Azlanti is the Azlanti Star Empire. Celestial, Draconic, Drow, Dwarven, Elven, Gnome, Goblin, Halfling, Ignan, Infernal, Kalo, which is Kalo and the inhabitants of Kalo Mahoy, which just sounds like they should do Hakas. Great. Orc, Nchaki. That's weird. Sarsi, other things, including Terran. So if anybody wants to actually know Azlanti.
Done.
Sure.
Yeah, both of you? Yeah,
Because
go
I
ahead.
knew I succeeded the culture roll on it. So
Yeah. So that makes sense that you would have it. So that's AZLANTI, or for you Canadians, L. I can't say the letter. It hurts.
Said.
Z.
It's a zebra, not a zebra. Kenya, and the zebra. Yeah, I know Weeble stuff. It's great. Okay, so so that will actually help. They actually have a sidebar here that's like learning Atlantic. the PC should quickly realize that they should have this. If none of them speak it, then why would anybody think to buy that out of the core book? Like, without metagaming knowledge, but okay, cool. Cool. All right, so she'll outline those for you and say, like, those are probably your best options. The other points of interest that I've got figured out are definitely more dangerous.
How so?
Okay.
Well, things like frontal assaults and things like that.
So let's deal with these 3 first.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
So,
I do still really think that letting a shit ton of those creatures around, like, to cause chaos is good cover for the rest of it.
It's true. Actually, if you're out there by the graveyard, a little ways down, I might as well tell you this in advance if you're going to be over there, the moisture collector. I've marked it on the map as H. Okay, they're rationing all of the moisture that they're collecting, basically trying to control us by controlling our water. So we generally, there's not many bodies of water near here. We draw our moisture directly out of the fog.
you must not have much problem with water then.
No, we usually don't when we don't have a bunch of, like, space imperialists, like, controlling its administration. But I've heard some strange rumors about it going haunted recently. So if you're over by that, that's one of the other things I was going to have you do, but if you're in the area, why not? Okay, just, watch your butts.
Well, why don't we go deal with that patrol while you do the hobgars?
Maybe
because we probably shouldn't start the storehouse when they could be walking right by it at any point while we're in there.
Wait, do they actually walk by the storehouse?
Well, I mean, the road goes from the cemetery right by the storehouse, so I'm assuming if they're patrolling and being bully assholes along the way, they'll stop there eventually.
Okay.
Because it goes back through the center of town,
But
right?
almost maybe a good time to hit them, because then we can hit them and the storehouse all at once.
The storehouse is in the center of town.
Oh,
We
okay,
had
sorry.
enough trouble with 2 of them.
Do you want to...
We
I
don't
I don't
need
think everybody can see
More
the
than
map.
3
Okay.
at once.
Yeah.
Let's stay together for now.
Yeah, let's go hit the cemetery. Go
All
right
right.
there for that patrol. Grab them at the farthest point from the town.
Anything you can loot from them, bring them back.
Yeah.
And do me a favor, hide the bodies.
I mean, it's
Or
a cemetery. Shouldn't
What
be too
happens
hard.
what happens if we get any of them alive? Do you have someplace we can interrogate them?
I mean, yeah, I've got a storage cellar here that they don't know about.
Strip them down and stick them in there.
And if all else fails, use them as hostages against them.
Don't know that that'll work per se.
But it certainly can't hurt. And we're going to be taking them down anyway.
For some reason, I think that would work against normal people, but they're already sending their children out here to kill people.
All right then, let's exterminate them.
I mean, use your... She seems kind of taken aback by, like, that whole calculating switch. I'm just saying that it might not work, but, I mean, prisoners are better than corpses, generally, but use your best judgment. I mean, let's just say some of the graves in the cemetery weren't there before they got here. They killed at least 3 of us that we've had to bury.
I'm sorry if I stepped out of line. I'm still learning Outlander customs.
But, hey, no worries at all.
Personally, my role-playing rule is a good enemy is a dead enemy.
Yeah.
While this very potentially awkward conversation is going on,
Yes.
I'm walking up with my little detector thing and just putting it against you, and then going up to each of you to register you on it.
So after you've done that,
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like, so what's to let you know that it's us rather than somebody else that's already attuned to?
You go yellow.
Yeah, but if somebody else is already attuned to it, won't they go yellow too? So
Would-
now,
Yeah. How
I
can
think
you
it's
clear
a
it?
max charge.
It's max of 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
I presume
So,
there's probably a reset button
Yeah, I'm
for
assuming
that.
I can
You
clear
can,
it.
You can clear it if you like.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
clear it.
okay.
I mean, there's gotta be a way.
Computer
We
roll?
didn't until
Hmm?
after.
Can you make me a computer roll?
Yeah.
I'm sure they haven't gotten rid of the reset button.
What'd you get?
29.
Okay, that's fine. So I will.
Did
I was-
you roll a nat 20
I
on
rolled a
that?
19.
So I was making you do a roll because on below 10, it was going to notify the people that it had been tagged to if they had one. Then
yes.
it was like, oh, hey, your comm has been reset.
Cool.
You're no longer linked to this other account. Basically, a little Fitbit warning starts showing
exactly.
up. Need to sync.
And I'll attach it back into my wrist.
So, Captain thinks we should take out the patrol first.
Sounds good to me.
How
Makes sense.
How
Take out
far-
a small
I guess
group
it's longer
far
than
away
100
as
feet.
possible.
Does it say on the map?
it doesn't have a scale?
It's a ways.
That's what I was
It's
realizing. I
enough
was like,
that I
that's more
didn't
than
print the
100
whole
feet.
thing off. Let me just put it this way:
I start rummaging through her junk shop. looking
the
for
cemetery
anything.
itself is this many squares, so it's pretty large.
Got it.
Sorry, you're saying?
I start rummaging through the, just sort of looking around the junk shop, seeing if there's anything that can help us be quiet in taking out a couple of people on patrol.
I'm not really.
Sure, yeah, no worries.
What are you looking for? Yeah.
Well, he's rummaging around. Kind of doesn't reach over and like pick up a box of reaction enhancers or anything like that, like or old heating elements or. Do you mind if I take these?
I'm looking for ropes.
No, do what you need.
Cords,
I've got
stuff to tie people up with.
I've got cable and rope. What do you want?
Cable.
Third shelf.
I'm on it.
So you'll find a coil of basically rubber-coated fiber optic.
That should do.
Yeah.
And these things, if you short-circuit them in the right way, you get a hell of a bang out.
Oh, I know. Trust me.
Really?
I can only hear that one.
Me too, except mine is from the upper quadrant over here. See, it took off the entire,
And she'll kind of flip her ear down. You can see that she's got like an artificial. She's got like
Jellic's all
right
jealous.
there.
I look at you two and I'm like, I think he's flirting.
Crutch. My ears twitch. Don't set those off near me. My big ass, like, mouse ears. Like the big, like, pale shell sort of ears.
I'll do my best, but I can't make any guarantees.
Now, do we have anything that can help make him quiet for this? Well, I guess if the fog
Pull
dampens the sound.
the big thing. Not the gun, the other one. Yeah, that thing.
Oh, no. Sure. I can do my best. I'm not exactly designed for subtlety.
No, we don't need subtle. We just don't need loud explosions.
Well, how about I try to stay at the back and if things turn into a go bad, I will be there to dig you out.
Or you could just wade in with an iron bar and whack them over the head with it.
That works! You'd
That's
be good
quiet.
at that!
That's quiet. You probably only need one hit.
With luck. It's
Come on, big guy.
It's more this thing. I'm gonna like shuffle my giant heavy armor, and you're not convincing me to take this off.
That's
You don't
fine.
need to. We just don't need explosions. That's it.
I will not use explosives unless I have to. But
That's all.
I'm going to keep my options open.
We'll be far enough away that nobody will hear you moving. Besides the 3 we're gonna kill.
Wait,
Okay.
so we don't need the fiber optics?
I mean, if we happen to knock one out, we'll keep them. But
I'll just tie it up and basically like hang it off my armor. There, now we have it.
I'm not gonna aim to let them run away.
Let's go.
All right.
We're debating this too long.
As is the way of our people.
Your
Good luck.
people, maybe.
Continuously
Chris, can you
confused
put that
by
in the
that.
center of the table?
Sure can.
The words facing the camera, basically,
Okay.
so that
Technically, it can be red.
and just also that kind of orients north toward me.
Yeah.
Right. So
Here's my one.
let me flip to the right page.
We going in the cemetery?
I don't know. I don't know where we're going yet.
Don't worry, you'll get there. All right.
We should
Counter here.
surround them.
All right. The colony cemetery is not large, consisting of only a few headstones and a heavy wrought iron fence in a clearing hacked out of the forest. A stone plinth near the center of the area is carved with a list of names. A gravel trail near the cemetery is covered with fallen leaves, and a thick mist surrounds the graves. Glancing around, the fence around the cemetery is heavy and ornate. Looking at it, those of you who has ranks of stealth. Okay, the two of you know that would definitely give you some hiding cover.
Nice.
That mixed with the fog. Basically, I'm just going to start doing that where I'm like, who has the skill? You'd probably look to that and be like, I'll hide there because I know a thing or two about hiding that I know.
Cool.
It makes sense? Makes sense.
So question. Did we just kind of assume, are you running, Krista, doing the hobgars, or is
Are you going by yourself?
I'm sure. That's what I thought the plan was, yeah.
Okay.
But that's okay, I'll be separate, then I'm not
okay.
here.
Hold on. So,
I thought we were sticking together.
what do you want to do, Krista?
If we do we have comms between us? I assume.
Yeah.
I do. I bought one.
I've got a call.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you know what? The jammer wouldn't block limited signals like that.
Okay. Yeah. Personal comm. Yeah. Okay.
So you want to do split the party?
Yeah. I'll wait until I'm not going to be useful in this situation really
So in
anyway.
that case,
So
can you scoot that over? Actually, you can grab all of the miscellaneous. Oh, that's Mike's stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's yours.
So I mean, that was kind of what
So basically, put them side by side.
seemed like we were kind of talking about. But yeah, if you don't want to split it all, and we just want to go hide and wait for her to do that,
Actually,
and then
just
go over.
Put that on Mike's
It
chair.
won't take much more time, honestly.
Over here. Maybe we'll move that one.
Cool. And Blog,
That
you don't
always
have to use it if you
satisfies
don't
my
want to,
cautious heart.
Hmm?
That always satisfies my cautious heart, staying together.
I think staying together
So
is
when
a good
shit
idea.
goes south,
And
which
if
it always does.
and if Noah has trouble with the hobgars, just in case,
zapping
then
them.
a few of us around once they get released would probably be a good idea.
So where's our little map?
Oh, over here.
All right. So we've got both of those up for if the time is right. So what we'll do is we'll do some dramatic back and forth. All right.
Okay.
So in this case, why don't we start off with the big group first, and then I'll switch
Well, I
back.
think we just decided we were going to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was thinking. Okay.
That's okay.
So in that case, Krista, just
I'll just hang there.
just move the Hobgar map onto the chair so that it's not distracting. Or on the floor. I don't give a shit. Just
Yeah, exactly. If we do cemetery and then go Hobgar and then go storehouse, while the Hobgars are causing
Chaos.
Yeah. I was gonna say something else, but chaos works.
So you find yourself at the cemetery. Looking around, you can see that the metal fence should give you some pretty excellent cover. And it's far enough from the garrison that a fight won't attract Azlanti attention. Anything short of, a large explosion. No, a small explosion will be fine.
Okay, so hand grenades might not work.
Well, especially one like ones that aren't quite as loud.
Yeah.
You can make quiet grenades, right?
I can make smoke grenades. They actually do choke out people too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it doesn't only provide smoke, but also creates.
You can make grenades?
Yes.
I can use grenades.
No.
You can't use the one he makes ones that only he can use.
Yeah, they're like hodgepodge grenades. So they work, but
It's kind of like alchemist stuff.
yeah.
I find it really funny that grenades is a separate weapon skill.
There's a lot of
It's
them.
not just thrown. Grenades are their own proficiency.
Now that being said, actually, I think I bought some actual hand grenades, so I could give you those ones. It's just my
I just couldn't
my
afford
hodgepodge.
any. I didn't have enough credits for that.
Alright,
I've got proficiency though.
Oh no, I don't think I did. Now we didn't find any on those guards we took down, right?
No.
Okay.
Alright, so how are y'all hiding?
I am
You said the best place would be behind the...
Behind the fence in the cemetery is definitely really good.
That's
hiding,
where I am.
Hiding in the shrubs might also be a good idea.
I'm thinking the shrubs. Which way do we think they're coming in?
They normally come from the bottom.
Okay.
So in fact, if you can move these just off camera, well, you know what I mean.
So it's
Okay.
around them.
Now that fence is that a see-through fence or what
Yeah.
kind of? Okay.
It's a wrought iron fence and a metal fence that is far enough from the garrison. Blah 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 blah. A heavy wrought iron fence that is, I think, 4 feet tall. It does not say, but I'm gonna say that you can hop it.
Okay.
It's an ornate fence, mostly to keep out animals and things like that.
So I have to vault it.
Yeah.
Or be carried.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Or actually, if you treated it as rough terrain, you could just do a double space move just to squeeze between the bars.
Where's the core?
Right here.
I have a feeling there's something about rough terrain in Yusoki.
Basically, it would be a rough terrain because you have to take a pause to squeeze through the bars because you're so small.
Okay.
Because I think the bars are probably about this far apart, but you're only this big. And if your head can fit through it, you're a mouse person. So, like, that's my thoughts.
So it looks like there's a bit of bush here.
Okay.
I'm going to hide in the bushes there, if that's correct.
All right.
So try and come up behind them after they come in.
That
I was
sounds
kind
good
of
to me.
thinking it might be a good idea for our android and our vest to be in the bushes on the other side as well, kind of spaced out a bit, so we can really just ambush them.
Now, if this fog is actually as quiet as it sounds like, a full automatic volley from my cannon might be a good way to open this up.
Do you just want to be on the path then?
Well, the thing is, I don't want to be at an angle that I'm going to smash all of you guys.
Okay, so right smack in the middle of the path, pointing towards them.
So if you're, like, if you just, like, kind of step out from
It's
it,
a 30-foot cone that I can't edit.
Oh.
in that
Okay,
case,
so in that case,
Well, realistically,
Andrew should be on the other side.
I was gonna say, if we
Yeah.
do this and you step here, you can point at that angle.
Yeah, just put me in the kind of the midst of the bushes, and I'll figure myself out.
Question.
Yes.
Can I make a raw intelligence check to be able to imitate the language that I've heard?
No.
could I tell her a phrase that she could say?
Yes.
Do you speak it?
Azlanti?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
We both do.
Yeah.
We
They just took it retroactively because they had culture they hadn't spent.
Fair. Okay. Yes. And would that work?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you'd have to do an intelligence check just to make sure you remembered it correctly, or else you'd be like,
What do you want to say?
16.
yeah, you're fine.
So I can speak directly into their comms without being. It's a node I have.
Okay.
So as soon as I can see it, I can speak into them. So I was thinking of doing something along the lines of like, oh, you know, like we need you at the storehouse or something like that, like some message saying come here. So that way they'll start coming this way, on like in a rush or some kind of distraction or something like that. I wasn't sure that would help.
I
But
will note that we do not know how they speak militarily.
correct. So I
How
wasn't
to
sure.
phrase their orders. However, we could teach you how to be like, your mama's so fat.
But then again, the plan might work, actually.
That's true.
It might just be, like, these are cadets. They might not be quite as disciplined as, like, full soldiers.
Either or.
To
Just
make it sound
something.
maybe a bit panicked.
Can
Yes.
you jam their comms?
I don't think so. I think I can just send a message to computers that are designed to receive messages
Okay.
as per telepathy. Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
think that's all I can do.
Interesting.
Alright.
All right. So,
Can I get stealth rolls from everybody who's trying to hide?
can you bury me into those bushes?
Alternatively, you have
Here-
enough time that
Oh, wait,
everybody,
that's not you. Sorry.
everyone here could either roll or you can choose to take 20.
I'll take 20.
Can I take 20?
You can take 20.
Okay, good.
I will take 22.
So take 20 means that you have to basically take 20 rounds to set it up. So you've got like 5 minutes to set up, obviously. And does that add your skill to it still, Blog? It does, right? So if you have any stealth on top of that, add it there. If you have any dexterity, add it on top of there.
So, what does take 20 mean
It
for
means
amount?
You rolled a 20.
You rolled a
and
20.
You add
each
your
of 5
skill
minutes to
modifier.
roll
Oh,
that
okay.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm at 27.
27?
29.
29?
Of course.
I might as well take the
23.
time.
23? Okay. And
Just 20.
You're small, right?
Yes.
Do you have
I
any dex mod?
think you get. I don't know if you've included
you
it,
probably
but,
get a +2 to hide.
or +2 or +4 if it's like Pathfinder.
Yeah, Pathfinder's bonuses are super high.
Take a
Who got a 20?
Me.
Okay, you got a 20 flat? Okay.
Yeah, no, I get a racial bonus.
Oh, I feel like I should get a bonus
That's why
being
it's a
that I
9.
don't breathe.
Will you also get a +4 for hiding in bushes and behind the fence?
Oh, well then 24 then.
Oh, actually, yeah. So 24.
Oh, wait, do I get a +4
Yeah,
too?
you will. Sorry, I forgot
Everyone
that
does?
earlier.
So 33.
Yeah, that's fine. That's vlog. It's fine. 33 is probably enough.
Anyways, I have a racial bonus.
Oh,
to
and
it.
encountered
So I
you're
already had a
like
+2.
not breathing.
So that
Yeah.
would be my small size.
You're you have like glowy bits.
Sometimes.
I would imagine.
I could hide them. Not as glowy.
Don't talk about someone's glowy bits. It's rude.
just turn down the LCD.
Alright, this is one of those culture things that we need to talk to you about, correct?
Don't talk about people's glowy bits and turning down for what?
For what?
I've been listening to the Dork Tales theme song recently, which is Welcome to the Party. We on fire.
I don't know why, but I'm just thinking of Gimli sax right now.
Yeah, kind of. Okay. Damn, Krista. What's that about, Amy? I don't know.
I think it was in response to
Glowy bits?
something Krista did.
Okay. All right. So we'll wait until Krista is done using the washroom, and then we'll continue.
What do we have going on in the chat there?
Not much. Okay. This.
Oh.
I mean, it was kind of happening.
I was just curious to see what's happening.
Yeah, not much people saying Zed, which is not the right word at all.
But basically, it was reacting
Canadian
to stuff that
represent.
as it was happening.
This is an American embassy.
But most of it didn't seem like it needed a response, so I just kind of left
That's
it.
fair.
Also, because Kelly was talking and I didn't want to
I
interrupt.
appreciate you. All right. So you set yourselves up where you're going to be set up. Everybody is in their places?
I think so, and I'm really hoping I don't kill Warlock's character.
I mean,
That's okay.
It is what it is.
Wait, you're hoping not to kill me? We're actually playing people who get along?
Oh no, Crutch really cares about his crew. And that's not even like that's a normal Vest thing. We like latch on to you. You guys are like our family. Like Vest are like lovey. They're just like, I love you guys, claw. Whether you
Let's
like it or
kill
not.
things.
Yeah, let's go kill things together as a family.
So I forget if I mentioned what time it is. So right now it's about midday. And the sun is almost directly overhead right now. But with the fog, all it does is cast this area into whiteness.
Yeah, it's just going to be gleamy.
Yeah.
If you do have a grenade that I can use, can I have it?
I think I actually didn't end up managing to be able to afford any.
Okay.
But I will be getting more as soon as
Because
I've got
that
it.
would be kick-ass. Because I can store up to 1 cubic foot in my cheek pouches.
Yeah, you could just pick
And
your
as
hands.
a swift action, move it from one item from mouth to hand.
That's amazing.
Oh,
And then throw it. Or shoot.
okay, you wouldn't be looking. I'm kind of curious how that works with a detonator. Because normally if she tries to use one of my hand grenades, it doesn't work. But if I'm in control of it,
No.
like if with the detonator,
No, it
Okay.
doesn't. It needs to be you doing it because
because it's that hodgepodge.
it's that hodgepodge.
I figured he kind of figured, like, I think he learned how to do it in his like little mining colony. And
Amy, they're essentially
Big
rat
muscles.
people. Yes, I have cheek pouches.
Yeah, they're great. They're like,
I can store 1
rodent
cubic
people.
foot
have you...
and up to 1 bulk.
Okay, Krista, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you just go and hold her mini up to the camera?
You can hold 1 bulk of items in there.
Yes.
That's like 10
Yeah.
ammo cartridges.
So, like, that is the rat that's Christine's cheek rat. Okay? Ah, cute, yes. Oh, hold
Verily.
on. Her response is coming. All right, come on. Come on. There's hair everywhere. Thanks, dog.
Oh, and I can also disgorge the entire contents into my square without provoking
Really?
as a move action.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty much.
Red
Like a
Wall
hairball.
needs you, apparently.
Yes!
Yes, Red Wall needs her, and she's bringing
Red
her.
Wall!
Describing it as disgorging, I kind of almost wanted to have like a little like pet ooze
Oh,
or something
what
like
the
that.
hell
where you
was
just be
the
like,
rabbits? The hares.
"Hmm."
War cry. Oh,
Bad guys just
shit.
melt.
Why can't I remember that?
Okay.
Amy, remind me.
All right, so let's actually focus on game.
Cool.
All right, we're going back
I'm
in.
gonna have to use
All
that.
right, chat, we're going back in. You take your positions, waiting around this edge of the cemetery in the brush. In the distance, and you can hear the sound of creatures moving in the fog. Beneath you, Blog, where you're kind of buried in the shrubbery, you can feel something worm-like writhe and shiver underneath your belly. Where you are, you can see a beetle with 3 heads crawl over, look at you, turn bioluminescent.
Beetle.
I don't know what's going on.
Cerebus.
Oh, yeah. All right, no, carry on. And then take to the sky, flying off. You wait. And then just to the south, you see a trio of figures making their way around the bend, chatting back at each other briefly in Azlanti. Make me a perception roll, both of you Azlanti speakers. Ooh, yeah, you got it.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
22.
He's gonna be way high.
Perception, 24.
Cool. So both of you can hear the sound of a male voice and a female voice. And the male voice is saying, you know what we should totally do later? We should go through and we should give that shopkeeper some more trouble. Guy's a real weakling. Let's shake him down. See if he has anything good laying around. Like a game or some booze or maybe some stims or something like that. Will you shut up? We're on patrol. The other woman pipes up. Yeah, maybe, act your age. How old are you? I'm 16. Yeah, for like a day. Shut up and fall in line, cadet. Yes, ma'am. And they continue to march down the road. Blog, can you move them to 4 squares in? 1, 2, 3, 4. The one in the front who barked the command last will pause. Look around. Hey, what are we Okay, we're clear. And we'll... She got a 24 on her roll. Which is like, oh yeah, and then Krista hid in the bush. And it's like, you see her look, breathe. So she turns and looks directly at you.
Good.
And then the beetle flies off.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Keep moving. You'd be holding your breath if you could.
Yeah. I don't need to. I'm going to talk into the cadet's ear.
Okay. Like the guy?
The guy.
Okay. They all look like they're wearing the same uniforms. It just kind of looks like the last one, the woman in front, maybe is a year or two older.
Yeah.
She's got like an extra like stripe.
Something. Yeah.
That's basically like she's the senior.
Okay. I'll in his head. I'll have one of the, or not in his head, but in his comm. I know I'll have had them teach me to say, "Hurry! We need you at the storehouse. The rebels are uprising."
Okay. So Krista, can you make me a bluff roll?
Nope.
Okay. You can add a +4 though for using Azlanti,
Okay.
because they would not expect anybody else to know it.
So I'm at a +3 all day.
Hey.
Yeah, 12.
Hey, 6.
Yes. Success.
No, 6 fail.
Oh yeah, well, for
Yay.
me, success. Haha.
So you'll be like, hey, we need you at the storehouse?
Mm-hmm. But it's only in his comm because I can only do
crap,
one
we gotta
at a
go.
time.
What? And he's going to run 5 squares. And they're going to search, like,
Okay.
Dacian, where are you going? And they're gonna go 2 squares after him.
That's good enough for me.
Okay. And why don't we go ahead and roll initiative?
Surprise, mother
truckers.
Thank you. Ooh. Well, at least we get a surprise round. No, that's not too bad. I forgot how much initiative I have.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on while I just look up their initiatives real quick. Okay, so I've got 20.
Let's see.
And 9. All right, so
for prone.
For shooting?
Yeah.
Melee attacks, I think, get an advantage against you.
Yeah.
Not advantage.
Or get an advantage.
Okay.
Sorry. And I think shooting gets a penalty.
Okay.
Yes. You get no bonus, but you get bonuses to AC. So you all have soft cover, which gives you an AC bonus. Oh no, you don't. Do you have partial cover? Yeah, all of you have partial cover, so you'll have an AC bonus of 2, and they don't have laying on your stomach on this one.
Okay.
Okay, so going through the initiative, James, what do you got?
I am at 14.
Okay, anybody have above that?
22.
Okay, anybody have above 22? Anybody have above 18? Okay. Anybody have above 14? Oh, really? Okay.
I rolled a 4. I have an 11.
Nice.
Okay, so
Shit, how'd you add that much to your int?
I have improved initiative
Yeah.
and high depth.
Oh, right.
It's funny, we went through this last game too. Okay, anybody get above 10?
Yeah, well, that
11.
was a while ago.
11, okay. And then Krista, you got a total of
5. I'm
Oh,
not
shit,
good in
you know what?
combat.
I keep forgetting the frickin' expertise dice.
You won't now.
Yeah, that's an extra D4 on everything you roll.
No, it's a
right?
D6.
Is it?
Shit, son.
Crap. Oh, it's your
know.
sneak attack does D4. Oh, wait, you don't get sneak attack.
Yeah, that's operative. Against
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm barred essentially.
But you get a D6 on everything you have a skill in?
You're not
No.
bard. You're space bard.
It's a specific thing, so I get
Bard?
culture and sense motive right now.
Oh, okay.
But I get to choose more. I will have a bunch of
Oh
skills.
man,
but,
I
like,
forgot. I got a bounty hunter bonus.
There's gonna, I think it's. Oh, where is
Well, we'll deal with that in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, let's go down the initiative. So I think you called it, James, so we'll just start off with you.
Yep. So I am going to now. I can't quite see from here just because of my angle and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure I can. I might have to step back a little bit in order to get them all inside my cone. But I've got a 30-foot cone that's going to spread out for me. So I think I have to step and then one that way. I think. It's just kind of hard to see, but basically, like, I'm going to have...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think
We'll
I
see.
can get.
Alright.
I think I can get them all.
So, all right, go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to be firing the hail cannon on full auto.
Okay.
So this thing's going to clunk open and then scream like a banshee as it fires a storm of bullets at this.
So this does 3 attacks, or
What it does is it's going to do. It's going to end up basically attacking each one of them at full
Okay.
base attack bonus. So it's kind of like I do a single attack on each one of them,
okay.
but it will be out of ammunition afterwards.
Badass.
Okay. So this is against my kinetic armor class because it's shrapnel, right?
Yes, it's going to be against their CAC, but they are flat-footed, so that might give me something.
I don't think surprise does flat footing anymore.
Well,
I think that's actually.
Double check me
I
on
seem
this.
to remember we were at a disadvantage for some in some ways if you hadn't done
It
anything.
does.
I think it's a
know
-2 on their
Yeah, I
save.
think it
Something
was
like
just
that,
a
yeah.
flat -2. I'll double.
Sorry, I was using flat-footed, the old term for it.
Yeah.
Flat-footed is correct.
-2 to AC, cannot take reactions.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on my screen.
Okay, lovely.
Nice.
So that's actually probably better than depriving them their decks anyway.
Yeah. So, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. So this thing's going to hail out a storm of icicles. So I'll hit the...
Okay.
Natural one on the first one.
Okay. Roll to confirm that.
Thank you, hail cannon.
I'm sorry. So James, I'll let you buy into this.
Okay.
So the gun can jam
Okay.
on your first round, like in your
Okay.
first, or it can continue and you can roll twice more, but have some trouble.
That's fine. I'll have some trouble.
Okay, so
that's
go
more,
ahead.
that's more the spirit of.
Okay.
It's more the spirit of Crush. And like this is a cheap heavy weapon.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So ka-chunk one.
All right. So
All right. So that's also going to have a critical effect on another target.
And roll to confirm, or is it are crits auto in this
I
now?
think they auto, but they don't always do more damage. They do like a special effect.
Okay.
But-
Double check
yeah,
that because
double check that.
I'm used to fifth ed again, right?
Right.
And so I'm going to chunk the third guy as we go here. So that third one
That'll
is going to
hit.
get So
It's a total of 11 or more.
that's going to be 13.
13. Okay,
Yeah.
that will.
So if your result would have hit it anyway, like a 20 is an auto hit. If your result with your bonuses would
Yes.
have hit it anyway, then it's a critical
Okay.
and you roll your damage twice.
Okay, so you can roll your damage twice, and then
Including
what
any
you're going to do... Can I get you to roll that
modifiers?
dice one more time? Actually, you know what? Let me...
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So I'll do my damage. So I roll the damage twice for the first guy.
Yeah. Girl, actually.
Girl, okay, so 8 and 5, so that is 13.
Okay.
Second target is going to get smacked for 3.
Okay.
And then the first one gets lucky.
And some trouble happens.
And some trouble happens.
Let's see. Cool. James, take 13.
13 damage?
Yeah. Because you just critted yourself, too.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm down to 0 hit points.
But you're still technically on your feet.
Because you've still got the...
Yeah, okay.
So basically what's going to happen is you're going to lurch out, unload this on them, and as you tear through, the commander girl, who's kind of in the middle, or actually swap those two out, the front and the back, and then tip the middle one just completely. Like, it's going to come up and just eradicate her. Like, hey, what are you doing? Soldier! And you can see her armor and chest rip open like a tuna can. And it's just gore everywhere. The one behind her is going to yell, grab for her gun, and end up like just getting a decent amount of shrapnel in the shoulder. And you're going to pivot back toward him. He's going to turn and brace with his armor, and it's going to reflect back into your face.
Oh, okay.
And Christine, are you doing anything in the surprise round?
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot the dude.
Okay, go ahead.
'Cause he's right in the front.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a hit. Did you bring yours tonight?
17?
Yep.
Okay. 17 is a hit.
Sorry, 1 second.
God, these guys are not prepared for sneak attacks. 2 total? Okay. No, that's fine. So you're going to crank him in the... Hey, you did more damage to him than Crutch did. So you're going to fire, and blood is going to like stain the side of his armor from where he's bracing, and you shoot him in the kidney, basically. And then, so going down the list, Blog.
I'm gonna come out here. How far can I move? Just regular 30?
You can move 30, yeah.
Is charge in action? Like the double move and one attack?
I'm not sure, but do you not have enough spaces? I think you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Well, I guess that works.
You have a gun?
Yep.
Yeah, just shoot her.
I'm gonna shoot her. I'll take the penalty. Or is there a penalty for trying to do
2 shots?
non-lethal?
Oh shit, we could move as well in the surprise round?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're full. Yeah, you're.
It's a full action.
I didn't know that.
Would you like to move?
No, I want to use as my move action
Hmm.
the kind of not in the face skill of I don't know. It's essentially like an intimidate skill.
Oh, it gives you AC?
No, I'm like I don't know. I say something to them and they take a -4 penalty to all attacks against me.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Nice.
So I
Is
don't
it a
know.
roll?
I'll be like, no, it just happens. I think, oh, he needs to make a will save. That's what it is.
Just jump out and hiss.
I got like an 11.
I'll jump out and.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, what's the difficulty for that?
Charge full action.
Oh, so charge is a full action?
No.
Where is?
Yeah, he got like a 10, so like I don't think that it matters, but just for future.
Move. Perfect. Yeah, so I
They
can
don't say
charge
what
them.
my-
And I take a -2 penalty to my AC.
Oh well.
So I'll do that.
I'm guessing it's against my
You have
charisma.
+1. You have +1 attack.
Perfect. And is there a... Oh, coup de grace. I'm trying not to kill this person.
This is a -4 if you want to do non-lethal.
Perfect. I'll take it. So -3.
I mean, I'm guessing it's against my charisma.
Nope.
'Cause that's my
What'd you get?
key ability score.
7.
Okay. That's okay. You don't feel bad. You would have just barely missed anyway, so it's not...
Oh, okay. And anyway, as I come up and like swing with my solar blade. I'm gonna go 1 into graviton mode, and I'll just be like, "How's this for a game?" And just start attacking.
Is that like a free action to summon that?
I can do it as part of my move.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. All right. So on surprise rounds, do they get an action like when we tick down to them, or do they have to wait the entire round out?
That's good to know.
See, it's
different from Pathfinder.
Pathfinder changed everything, and then like it's a dense book. Sorry, guys.
So, quick opinion question: when they say half your envoy level, I'm guessing it means to a minimum of 1.
You round up. Yeah. You always round up to 1.
Because they don't specifically say that.
They do at the very beginning of the book say that in the rounding.
Everything rounds.
But the problem is, like, you have to read the glossary. I think.
Who
for
actually
that.
reads that shit? Okay, so
Don't get me.
it's a DC of 15.
I haven't yet.
Oh yeah, no, not even a little bit.
239.
You like I wear my best gorilla shirt.
I love it.
It's Big Boss.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Snake Eater.
Oh, I can't say cross-legged anymore. I'm getting old.
Yes.
The feeling.
You suck.
I'm a man. We don't get old. We just age gracefully and then we die spectacularly.
I mean, it doesn't help that I've dislocated that kneecap 6 times.
Well, then don't do that.
But my knee is very stiff now.
So during the surprise round, people who are aware can take a standard or a move action, not a full round action like I just did. And if characters are aware, if everyone's aware, there's no surprise round.
Yeah, we're not.
And then combatants who start the battle surprised are flat-footed, and they take -2 penalty to their armor class until they act.
Okay, so they do get actions though. Okay.
So
they don't.
They do.
Not during the surprise round.
Oh, okay.
But we can only take a standard or a move, not the full round like normally.
Okay.
So
I didn't get my thing.
Well, you know what? Here's the deal.
Next time.
You did. Why don't we just subtract your move from next round? The math will still work.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't think it's going to matter really. Krista.
You're still standing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like gripping some like shrubs. Like,
Hey?
You are correct, Amy.
I probably got
No
both.
one reads
Well,
the
I
glossary.
probably still hold like recoiling from that gun.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's a 2-handed weapon.
I'm gonna cast a spell. May I borrow a cord for 2 shakes?
Yeah. You
Thank
totally
you.
can.
I will.
Does anybody want
Let's
to buy us
see the
another
page.
$60 core book?
Yeah.
We've got 2 at least.
Spell.
We could have 4.
Oh, I got one on my phone.
Yeah.
Jolting Surge.
Look, blog. We're like, no one reads the glossary. Does that mean that you're no one?
Your name's
You
Nemo.
chimed in after Amy said that.
I know. Well, it's true though. Like as he was going through, it was just like, oh, there's a glossary. Cool. I wonder what kind of. Okay, surprise. This, and then it was just like no one reads the glossary, and it was like, I was kind of literally just doing that like a few minutes ago.
Okay.
The glossary.
So I'm gonna
is-
cast Jolting Surge. Now, it says I can touch a target, or I can touch an electrical device a target is wearing.
In this case, it would be the target. Because they're not wearing anything that's like their comms are kind of built in, I guess.
Okay.
So same difference,
That's
really.
fair. Okay.
So I guess essentially touching the armor then. Do the
But
comms.
then you're touching them to begin with, so it's like...
And that their armor is loaded with, because they're using ceremonial as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that ceremonial thing has like lots of electrical mountings and things like that.
Yeah, they don't specifically say for... I guess they do in the write-up. And their guns are not electrical, they're basically hunting rifles.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit him with a touch attack against his yak.
God, good luck.
Nope.
What'd you get?
7.
Okay. Wow. I was like, is it a 9? Because a 9 will hit his yak this round.
If I'm touching an electrical device on him, it's a 9.
Oh,
Because
I
I
like
get
his armor?
Yeah.
Yeah, well look, you just did.
Sure. Okay,
Okay.
cool. So now I do 4d6 electrical damage
To him or to the armor? Which is the device?
Good. Either way, if your attack hits, the electrical device surges out of control, dealing 46 damage to the target. So essentially, either I can use a device and touch someone, and that device shocks them, or I can touch a device on them and it shocks them.
I think it's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
it damages him.
Quick question. What weapon are you currently using?
Nothing.
Okay.
Noah is the weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, this is actually a spell.
Because I was thinking if you had like a laser gun or something like that,
Yes.
you'd be like, psst.
Yes. Well, and I think that's the thing. Like theoretically, I could use that. Yeah, precisely. But no, I'll be able to just do that.
The ghost of Steve Jobs compels you.
Exactly.
And in this sort of world, almost everybody's got electrical stuff.
Was that 13 exactly?
That was 10, 16, 18.
How is it 16? Is it a 1 or a 4?
A 6. I rolled a 5, 5, 6, and 2.
So 18.
18.
Oh, I liked him too. So yeah, his figure's standing up right now. Can you fix that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna run up and just touch him, and he's gonna reach for his comms. And he's going to come, just collapse, and you're not even going to see his face, just burnt smoke rising out of the helmet.
Ew. Remind me never to get on your bad side.
And now we are at the top of the initiative. Christine.
Well, that last girl's still standing, isn't she?
She is still standing, yes.
Let's deal with that. Okay, so my move action for this turn was used last turn.
You know what? I'm honestly going to say let's just forget the last round happened. Let's just run normal.
Okay,
well,
I'm
now we know
going to
for next
totally...
time.
Yeah.
She can make a will save then, because I'm going to do the same thing to her.
Okay.
I think. Because I think
I did it.
I don't think I have a thing against this.
That's okay. I did it.
Okay.
I'm going to hit you in the face. Not in the face! Oh, yes, in the face. Is that a gunshot?
Yeah.
Can you roll damage on your gunshot?
1 damage!
Every little bit helps. All right, so you're going... Oh, yeah, he's dead. So you're gonna fire into her.
From behind my fence. No, from between the fence.
Yes.
Okay, so James, now that you're around, you have zero health, which means
What's up, Sparky?
at 0.
I'm at 0 hit.
You know what? That's your nickname now.
I still have 9 stamina left.
Oh yeah!
Right? So,
Okay, cool. You're still up then.
Yeah, I'm still up.
Wait, isn't stamina first then?
Yeah, stamina's first, the more hit points.
Oh, okay. So in which case I took 13, so that means I would still be so I've got down 4, so I'm at 9 hit points then.
Okay, so you are bleeding fairly profusely from the side of your face and neck.
Yeah. So I'm still gonna wait.
Oh, you're still fine, but
Yeah.
it's just you actually are bleeding.
Okay. I will let the weapon slide. Let my heavy weapon sling, and then I'll pull out the Dashko, step forward, and slam it, and basically flank and slam it back. I know I don't have to flank anymore, but I'm just gonna basically move. You mind moving me forward into melee?
Ah! The Dashko is your. Oh yeah, it's the big laser axe.
Except it's not laser.
Oh really? It's fire.
No, it's metal. It's like the first level of it.
Oh, it's not the energy one.
It's not the energy one. That's like that's the upgrade.
Okay, fair enough.
That's like second, third level.
Well, I'll have you know my armor class went. Oh, hey, you actually missed. Probably.
Well, that is 6. So I'd be 6. 7, 8 for the flanking.
Flanking, and this is only if you're on either side.
I thought we just had to be in contact. I thought we both had to be, because I remember you noting about this, because we basically more than one person in combat.
Oh, you're right. They changed it for Starfinder. So
Yeah.
so that's +2.
So I think that's still only going to be like, that's still only going to be like 8.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, so you're going to wing it past her. She's going to duck underneath the swing. Blog.
All right. Graviton level 2, and I'm going to attack. Trying to do non-lethal.
Okay.
There we go. So that would be 17.
That's a hit.
Yay! That was... Where's my star blade? 4. 4 non-lethal, but that's enough. As long as we don't go over 4.
That's true. All right, so how do you do the non-lethal damage with an energy weapon?
It's kinetic. It actually counts as kinetic, but right now it's a blade of nothing.
So that's going to just clonk her on the back of the helmet. And then
I'll punch her with my blade of nothing.
she is going to do me a 5-foot step back toward the wall, which I think I can do as a free action. And then I can still do my double shot. So I'm going to put one into you, so you are the glow-in-the-dark, and I'll put the other one into Krista, because that was nightmarish. Alright, so this is kinetic. So I have a... Was it a -4, -4? It was a -4, -4 for 2 shots.
I think it's -4, -4.
So I just said.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so +2. So I've got a 13 and an 18.
Definitely hits me.
That's gonna ricochet off my armor.
Is it actually going to?
Yeah.
For kinetic?
I'm at 19 for kinetic.
No shit.
Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should have picked the other dice.
Vask is also. I also get armor savant, so I.
Okay,
my
so that
heavy
does
armor, I
hit
get
Krista.
19, and then I got +1.
That's awesome.
So, Krista, for you, you are going to take, if I can find the right die, 7 points of stamina.
Okay, I'm assuming we healed since last fight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Your stamina is back at full.
Okay.
And now it
that's
takes
good.
7.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I think stamina comes back pretty fast.
Yeah, I think it.
And
You just
resolve
rest.
as well as.
Yeah.
Resolve takes a little while longer, but yeah, basically.
Okay.
So you'll, does that hit your hit points or?
No.
Okay. So the rifle's going to go off like and just zing by your face.
Yeah.
Basically. And then that's her turn. That's her turn, and it's your turn.
Me.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk over to her and do the same thing.
No! But I like her. I even named her. Her name's Margan.
I kind of feel like that alone should be an intimidate check without ever having
I was
to do
kind of
anything.
thinking, I'm like, do I want to just intimidate her?
Maybe at this point with 2 of her companions dead,
It's true, because
you
this
might
isn't.
be able to just tell her to surrender.
Yeah, because she's not like she wasn't the leader, right? You killed her first,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
This is the girl that said shut up, and then the leader chimed in and was like, yeah, shut up.
Okay, I'm gonna try to intimidate her to stand down. I'm just gonna
There we go.
I'm going to you're over there. I'm gonna look to Hal then and just put my hand right up to her and say, tell her to stand down, please. And can he aid me on my
You can get
intimidate?
you can get a +2 on this because you're basically for flanking.
Okay.
Because everybody's flanking her.
Nope.
So you realize you go to say that. Can you just realized you stuttered?
And I the zap zapped me.
Yeah, basically the arc. So would you like to make another action as well? That's your move
I would
action?
assume that's my act because I moved
Did
and then
you?
intimidated. So is that my full turn?
Yeah, if you want to take a swing at her, you can. You won't be able to cast a spell. You don't have to.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Christine.
Cool.
Shooty,
They
shooty.
specifically tell you that
Yeah.
as long as it's not like a skill check, you can banter.
1
Like, when it's not your turn.
damage!
Like they
You're
specifically
whittling her
say
down.
Speaking
We
of
gotta-
this
we gotta
reaction,
do
just
long
for
arm
banter.
efficiency.
Yeah,
Because then
like,
we can
to,
hand you,
like
literally it'll double your damage.
just be like, you suck.
All right.
No,
So
we just need to raise in level so I can buy better guns.
that's true. You need more money.
Well, no, but long arms go from like D4 to D8, that kind of thing, and then you'll also get better guns.
So you'll fire another shot from your hiding space into her back. James, she's opened a hole in her armor. Would you like to widen that hole?
Chink! So I will step forward, close the range, and swing, and I think hit. That's going
Was it
to
a
be
13.
Yeah, it's more than a 13. That's going to be an 18. Is that a Doshko hit?
Nice.
So I just was sent a graphic design by our graphic king.
Oh, nice!
Blog.
Haha, wicked.
Very cool.
I saw that.
Did
So
you?
good, yeah.
Oh, that's your Christine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael, that's fantastic.
That's really,
Oh, I got my
really
strength
good.
bonus of this.
I love the blood splatter at the back. You'll see it soon.
+2. All right. Yeah. That's 10. Wait, is it strength and a half? Like,
No, I don't believe so.
okay. So,
So just 10
yeah.
on her 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to come down and just cut her straight down the front. Actually, you know what? You're going to bring this down on the helmet.
Yeah. And just cave it in.
Yeah. And or alternatively for the throat. Your call.
No, overhead right to the helmet.
Okay.
Yeah.
She did have 4 non-lethal, if that helps.
Does not matter when you kill.
I tried.
I know you tried, but in the end,
it didn't even matter.
It didn't even matter.
As Noah has to pull their hand away very quickly because I went up and put my hand on the side of their head, and then oh crap!
All right, so you jerk your hand away,
Yeah.
and she collapses to the ground, bleeding profusely.
All right. I will walk up, dusting my hands, going, overkill.
All right, so each one of them has basically the same armor that you'd seen before. Most of the armor can be repaired, you'd say. That helmet is not going to be repaired. It's just, and actually
probably the one
you mulched.
Yeah.
And reach up and pat you on the small of your back, because that's about as far as I can reach. Go, good job, Sparky.
Here, roll this.
Thank you, Captain.
I start dragging the bodies into the graveyard.
It's butt.
Okay.
Pat
the butt.
Or do we want to
like a coach?
Do we hide these in the bushes or the graveyard?
Graveyard. We're gonna have to
Is there any open spaces that's not been used? Obviously.
Glancing into the graveyard, you can see that there are 3 spaces that have just simple marker stones and have been recently buried. There is a small shed nearby.
Shed.
At least while we strip them down. Come on.
We want to make it quick before they notice.
Opening the shed, you'll find that there are a number of tools inside, so including shovels and things like that.
It might be worth it just to kind of put them off to the edge of the bush away from the thing. Just on the other side of the graveyard. We'll drag them through to the other side. We're not going to stick them in a grave with the people they killed recently. Yeah. Let's strip them of everything. Who knows? Maybe the scavengers will deal with it before we have to actually bury them.
That's true. Also, we should kick over the dirt on the road so they don't see. No one sees the blood if they're walking by.
Yes.
They have their own comms?
Yes.
I'm going to take one of their comms.
Okay.
The one that didn't get sorted?
Yep.
Yeah, that one's fried and the other one's mulched.
So I want to listen into what they're saying.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, otherwise strip them.
Sounds good. So occasionally just chime in about every one of these little missions and I'll give you a couple of updates.
Oh, is there anything like first aid or anything like that? Because I do have some wounds.
I think you can spend resolve points towards that.
Yep, look it up because you two have the books and I don't. So.
Is that just a medicine check on you, or?
Medicine is for hit points. Stamina is basically a combination of luck and.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hit. I need hit points too. I need both.
Okay, because I've got 7 for medicine.
Okay.
Healing.
First aid is on
That is useful.
143 and resolve. Remember that 143.
No, I took ranks in medicine instead of ranks in computer.
Healing.
That's alright. You're the captain. You keep us alive.
So I guess we're going to 10 minutes of uninterrupted rest in between all this stripping of bodies and stuff like that.
So that allows you to regenerate what?
You can regain all your stamina by spending 1 RP and taking 10 minutes.
Cool. So
Resolve points.
anybody who wants to can spend one of their
Yeah,
resolves. And
I better do that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm going to be
Your
down.
hit points actually will require medical aid and rest.
Yeah. So.
But I don't think you'll be fine for now. All right. So after going through the process of stripping and hiding the bodies, do you head back or do you move on to the next target?
Let's we move on to the next target.
To the storehouse?
Yeah, because if they turn around and try to if they turn around and try to summon up reinforcements or anything like that they're probably going to call this patrol, which is no longer there. So
I think we were going to go and release the Hopguards before hitting the storehouse.
Yeah.
So let's head it that way then. It's not too far away. The Hopguards are basically right in the center of town. So we have to be careful around that one.
Yeah, we have to walk past the storehouse to get there.
Yes.
At least we have warning if people are nearby.
True.
This is where we are right now, up here.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the Hopguards are.
And the storehouse is between you and that.
Yeah, and the storehouse is that big one.
Yeah.
So do we want to just cut through the bushes?
well, I think we can safely say that the road is probably clear now
True.
Yeah.
because we cleared it.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I mean, we could always walk on the edge of it too. Might as well follow it.
What are you doing with all the equipment and armor?
Well, what we'll do is
Putting it on him.
I don't think it'll fit the vest.
Let's stop by.
Carrying it.
Literally, the junk shop is on our way.
Okay.
Let's stop and drop it all off.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
That works for me. Okay. So you drop.
Actually, that makes it nice because we can go like around this way and then cut around this way, so we can avoid the
storehouse.
Now these Azlanti?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do they like human-esque kind of in stature?
So Azlanti generally are
human.
They're human plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember the Azlanti from Rune Lords when we were playing Pathfinder?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
Okay, so the Azlanti are a breed of human that they're like the Atlanteans.
Okay.
They look like typical evil dark-haired.
Okay.
Like the guys have widow's peaks and like they're always like, our empire is great and powerful.
And don't they tend to have like violet or like kind of like bright, like unnatural bright colored eyes
from their dealings with the aboliths?
Refill.
Dude, can you grab me some more water if you're
And
okay?
then just stop by the washroom as well.
Yeah.
But
Anybody else need a refill?
I'm good, thank you.
I might get a glass of water if that would be okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a
That's
glass of
unacceptable.
water. I've emptied this one, but
Unacceptable.
Sorry? No, I'm good, thank you.
No water for you.
thank you, Christine. Sorry.
All right, so moving by, you'll swing by the junk shop and drop it off with Abretta. And she'll give you a quick, good. I'll see about fixing these up. They could be good cover. Thanks for the guns and knives. And we'll take them inside and let you get back to your work. You move across to the Hobgars. As you make your way down to the center of town, to the center of the colony.
Are we hitting the storehouse? Are we going back to hit the storehouse first?
After Hobgars.
Okay.
Yeah, Hobgars as distraction.
All right, Krista, can you swap maps?
Yep.
Just swoop everybody to the side.
I'm reading up on clan checks right now.
All right, so this doesn't look quite right from the map standpoint, but it is. All right, Christine, can you hear okay?
Yep.
A sturdy metal pole rises 30 feet above the settlement, its top nearly obscured by fog. A wide metal cage with an angled opening no wider than a human fist sits atop the pole. The wire mesh of the cage crackles with electricity. A small control box rests right underneath the metal plate at the bottom of the cage. Many tiny, furry creatures leap about inside of the cage, rattling the electrified mesh and hooting in distress.
Thank you very much, Christine.
And
That's
so on.
awesome.
Electro goblins.
Yeah, basically. I mean, they're Hobgar. Like, can you? I mean, that's what.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that, but yeah,
They got Hob in the name.
All right, I will. Well, I guess we'll look around, make sure that there's no one around.
Yeah, is that bushes beside us there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna probably.
Can everybody make a perception roll?
11.
7.
28.
16.
Glancing around, no, it seems pretty clear. You don't think there's anybody out on the floor here. You don't think anybody's actually like in this area of town, and all of the colonists are confined to either their quarters or to their specific jobs around the colony that keep it functioning. This is, yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
All right, so Krista. So, looking up, you can see that normally they would use some type of industrial equipment to do this, like a hover trike to empty this thing.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that causes a lot of attention, and they're all locked up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Looking up, when Ibretta was talking before, normally it'd be like 4 or 5 of them out there. You can see there must be at least a dozen of them.
Nice.
So what happens basically is that you're going to have to scale the pole and override the locking mechanism on the control box.
There's no wires down here.
Nope.
Okay.
So you'll have to climb it, and then what happens is you'll do it, and then it'll lower and release,
Okay.
or it will just release and they'll jump down.
Got it.
So, are you going to do it?
Is that an acrobatics
Gonna
roll?
try.
Athletics.
Athletics?
This is no good. Okay, I'm gonna try. 14.
All right, so you will start climbing the pole.
So I think athletics, if it's not trained, you can still use it though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can still add your mod, can't you?
I don't have a modifier.
Oh.
I have +0 to strength, +0 to dex, and -1 to charisma.
Can I possibly...
Nope.
Okay.
You can't help.
I was going to say, can I climb up on the other side of the pole?
No, there's not enough room for both of you. It's all on Krista.
Yup.
That's
Never a good thing.
You got this, Noah. You got this.
So I should take a rank of computers next time.
But thank you.
Okay, sorry, I'm just looking up the stats for hunkers, which I may have geniusly left in the bin across the room. You know what? I bet I can just do this. I'm just gonna check Google.
Yeah, there you go.
I wasn't sure that the guards were going to go down so easy, so I was doing graviton mode so that if they were like starting to spread out or run away, I'd be like, "Get over here!" and suck them all in towards me, and everyone
There we
else,
go.
unfortunately. But
Just big group hug.
yeah,
Oh, come on. Don't
So
do that to me,
Amy's
Starfinder.
encouraging you on.
Yay! Thanks, Amy.
oh sure. When somebody else encourages you, you're
I
like,
said thank you.
All right, so
That's out of character, though.
I know.
Krista,
Yes.
you're halfway up the pole when one of them looks down and shrieks at you.
No good.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Another one is going to join in with seeing your brilliant LED style accoutrements, we'll say. So this is going to be there we go. All right, what's your armor class?
CAC? Or your energy?
Well, 11 for the energy blast,
That hits.
and the nat 20 hits.
Yep.
Okay, so thankfully this isn't as bad as it could be.
Woo.
Oh no!
Just fall off.
All right, so Krista.
Good.
So that's going to be. It turns into. So you're going to take 3 points of electrical damage.
Okay. That is not as bad as I was expecting.
Well, it was 1d3 and they rounded down to 1.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, damn it. Okay. So you're going to take 3 points of shock damage as they zort down. As little like arcs of electricity are going to fire down into you as you're climbing up.
I keep picturing lots of little blue stitches because that's the
You
same
wanna,
voice
did
that
you
use.
see what they look like, actually?
Yeah.
You
No,
mean
you showed us
you
last
you
time.
mean Stitch?
But that is totally your
guy?
Stitch voice.
Yeah, I know.
So
I only
You mean this guy?
yeah, that guy that you're wearing.
Ohana means
You
family.
damn right.
Everybody is electrified.
Luna coffee.
Luna coffee. All right,
Maybe a
so
coffee one.
Michael loves Luna coffee.
Zap, zap, zap.
Okay.
You sons of bitches! I'm gonna shoot every last fucking one of you.
All right, so you'll
Alright, well, there goes one of Chris's fucks.
Yep.
and one of yours.
I know,
That
right?
was self-sabotage there. So
I said one
Krista,
really
Yes.
quiet earlier too.
Noah will make it to the top of the cage.
Okay.
Having been zorted properly.
Mhm.
Can you make me a computers check?
Sure.
See, I haven't actually used it yet this game.
20.
20?
I
did.
used
Oh,
Frick.
yeah.
I
Cool.
used Frick earlier.
So you're at a -2 to this, so that's only an 18.
Okay.
So that's still almost twice what you need. You just needed a 10.
Perfect.
So glancing through, you can see the override is pretty obvious. It's like, are you sure you want to override this cage? Are you sure that you are sure?
Just hammer it.
Are you...
Really, 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 really sure.
Just rips it off.
All right. Would you like to open the cage immediately or set a delay? Increments of 10 seconds. Maximum 6.
0. Son of a...
Wait, 0? You're opening it immediately?
Oh, I guess we need some time.
No,
to
No,
get-
you said immediately.
You want a
honestly,
delay.
this- Oh, to be perfectly honest, okay, I'm gonna
I mean, the 60s...
high lucky, low not.
For what?
For just hitting okay to make it stop, and then it just goes. I skip right past it and hit go.
No, with your computer's roll, you would have caught it. No, you would have caught it.
Okay, fair.
These,
And you were planning for it. Anyways, you already knew about it.
Well, I didn't know that it was gonna be like I was just playing it by the character of like having been like gone into Chase's mindset, and he's just like, oh come on.
Tell you what, maybe a computer's roll to catch yourself.
Okay.
That one.
Okay, well, hey, I tried to be nice.
Yep.
It's a thought that counts.
Yeah.
If the PC can't. Okay, cool. All right.
Run away!
Yeah, exactly.
Slide down that hole like a fireman.
Exactly.
So hold on. Roll initiative.
Guys, run!
All of us?
Mostly Krista.
Okay. 11.
11. Okay, that's a 9.
As soon as I realize what I've done, I'm yelling down to everybody. Get the hell out of here!
You'll hear... and then, like, the locks will... There will be an explosion of furry bodies that start erupting out of this cage. Krista,
Hi.
I'm going to need... I have initiative on you, on
Yep.
every one of these guys. So your armor class, again...
11.
That's a botch. Okay, that's 3 hits.
Woo!
So that's going to be 1, 3, and... So 5 more hit points worth of shock damage.
Okay.
So... They're going to come screaming and streaming out of this, shocking and trying to, like, zort you. They see that you're, like, glowing with your own electrical pattern, and they're going to freak out. Their eyes are going to just... and they start, like, leaping on you and trying to shock you and then, like, peel the diodes out of your skin.
Of course, yeah.
And one of them starts, like, trying to chew on your head. Another one is going to leap at your face with a and is going to miss and just go straight down onto the ground. So I got to roll. Hold on.
So I will note that in the chat, Amy goes, "Go, Krista, go!" Krista, no.
All right.
I'm sorry, Amy.
So Krista, what are you doing? So it's a 30-foot drop.
Okay.
You can make another athletics test to make it down this turn. Chris, can you look up falling damage for me?
How many are on me?
3 of them are focused on you. The rest are just scrambling like monkeys released from a cage. One of them leaps onto a nearby building. Well, actually, 30 feet. He can probably make it. We'll find out. He didn't make it. They're streaming down the pole.
Sure, I'll try to make a check to drop.
All right, so it's going to be an acrobatics test if you're just dropping.
11.
Okay, so tumble. Oh, no.
That's actually in the falling section, the acrobatics check. It's DC 15 to avoid taking the first 10 feet of falling damage. And...
What'd you get?
An 11.
Okay. So falling damage is how much?
D6 for 10 feet.
For 10 feet. And...
Right.
This could be bad, guys.
Nope. 7.
Oh, okay.
And
hit points left.
6, because it was you were deliberately doing it?
Yes.
The first D6 is non-lethal.
Cool. So then 4 or 3 of that is non-lethal. All right. So you're going to hit the ground hard with an oomph. And they're going to come streaming out. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, so they are so these things are all localized right around.
Oh, and you're prone.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, she's going to belly
Makes
flop,
sense.
or I guess he's going to belly flop straight onto the door with an oof, a slightly accented oof, and they're streaming down the pole. Basically, picture these things. These things move like macaques, like they're just streaming little like crazed monkeys.
I'm gonna run in there and grab my friend.
All right, yeah, they're just laying on the ground underneath the pole.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab them.
I want you to picture this real quick. Beep! Oh no! Monkeys attack! And then just the hell with it! Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna go grab my. Or I've got.
You hit so hard to knock the air into you. You're now breathing, and you don't know how.
What's
Are we on initiative?
Not really.
Okay, I run in there. I pick them up and try and run away.
If you guys are leaving immediately, I won't count initiative.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
GTFO. I'm not dealing with those suckers again.
All right.
Right.
And
The
let's head
land
for the
have fun
storehouse.
with them.
all right, and you're gonna book it toward the storehouse.
Yes.
All right. These things are going to start streaming out and let's see. So glancing up. Is anybody glancing back at the cage they're streaming out of?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay, make me a perception roll.
I'm not. I'm getting Noah out of here.
You got it. So, are you looking?
Oh yeah, sure. Take a look.
Okay.
Nope. I got blood in my eyes.
Yeah, basically. So you're gonna notice that there's some little device laying around in the cage. It looks like they probably grabbed something and took it in there and left it when they were caught. Might be good to go back and get that later. Not right now. Not right now.
And that's something I can do as I have acrobatics.
There you go.
And athletics.
Someone else can climb the pole.
Glancing back, the majority of the dozen seem to be streaming straight toward that building that was marked as the garrison.
Ha!
Yes.
I mean,
All right. So moving to the storehouse. Let me find the storehouse. I bent the page.
and let me know if there's anything interesting on the enemy comm.
I will pat you on the butt again, where you're hanging over his shoulder.
Yeah.
You okay, Sparky?
Sparky! I like it!
Fine. Oh, you're all a bunch of jackasses.
Hey, what did I do?
Well, you're fine. And I guess you saved me.
Ha ha! I'm the most fun.
You're the captain. Oh, fine, whatever. Let's get the hell out of here.
Hey, it's alright, Sparky. We'll get you safe.
I cast transfer charge and zap you.
Yeah.
It's you literally
like
take
static shock.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
cantrip.
deliberate static shock.
You're not helping. You're reinforcing the nickname, you realize.
Grumble.
I kinda like
pat
that.
your butt again, but don't
I don't
worry,
think I
his
need
turn's
coffee
coming.
anymore. Can you do that again? Alright, let's go.
All right.
To the storehouse.
Blog, what's your AC?
Ooh, which one?
Your electrical.
14?
14? Okay. A bolt of electricity fires over your head.
From one of the...
Yeah, it's trailing you. Because you guys kept shocking each other back and forth. That they see electricity. And he noticed. This looks like an alpha male.
Fantastic.
He's almost 12 inches tall.
Ooh,
And he is charging you.
If I have time to let go of my friend?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm turning face.
I'll make sure you're behind me.
Does anybody have something that we could drop that's electrical? A battery, anything.
All right, roll initiative.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I got a 13.
19.
That's ridiculous. What'd you get?
21.
Yeah.
14.
Okay, so it's basically furthest, and you've got ranged weapons. Christine. He's gonna shoot it.
Yep.
All right.
That's a 17.
All right, that hits. Roll damage.
2.
Hold on. So, okay.
No, it probably
yeah.
sounds a little more pathetic than that,
So-
honestly.
So it's going to lunge at you, and you're just gonna zord it in the face, and it's just gonna fall. It's gonna die.
Oh.
Glancing at it.
Uneventful.
Are you shot?
Glancing at it, this is the one that belly flopped trying to bite Chris's face.
And that's why you're the captain.
It already had 5 damage from the fall.
Amazing.
Alright.
My tiny mousy glory.
I always want to be like,
We eat what we kill.
Kill what we eat? Okay. Making your way across the settlement, you'll find that its storage building consists of 4 prefabricated metal modules welded together to make a single enormous warehouse. 2 doors lead into the storehouse, a closed door marked office, and a wider door that hangs open. Inside the open space are several storage racks and an interior module emblazoned with the massive symbol of a golden key. Anybody who would...
Culture?
Yeah, actually...
Culture.
I think it's religion, actually.
Does that exist?
Is that a skill?
Mysticism.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, they actually had religion. Hold on one second. I want to check this because that's kind of annoying, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there isn't a religion check.
There is not a.
And mysticism is trained only.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, culture's trained only too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this stuff is trained only.
Mm-hmm.
Hold
Like
on.
over half the skills are trained only.
And yet disguise isn't?
Yeah.
Everybody knows how to put on a hat, Krista.
Do they? I feel like the general public would argue with that. Just go walk down the street for a minute.
That's mysticism. Hold on.
Stapling it on.
Yeah,
someone's up like this. It's like,
yeah. Check this shit out. Ready? A PC who succeeds at a DC 10 religion check. Capital R. So it doesn't exist, guys.
Sure doesn't.
Well,
So-
I learned more stuff about them before with culture, so...
Yeah, you know what? So,
Can I use mysticism?
anybody here can use culture or mysticism
Hooray!
because this is very common. Cool. The golden key.
20.
I want to count this, actually, just for
Okay.
overkill.
Can you roll religion?
no.
Why not?
30 even.
Wait, well, is it trained?
No, it doesn't exist. So I'd say roll anyway.
Amazing.
I love my
3!
expertise die.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it wisdom?
That's fantastic.
3.
Especially since I rolled a 5 on it.
Jesus.
How much?
30.
Okay, nice. You will see that is.
Take a beat.
I wish.
Yeah, take a beat. Go ahead. It doesn't matter for this, but take one anyway. So it looks like Oh, really? So okay. So it looks like one of the modules on the interior is emblazoned with the symbol of a golden key. That looks like it was a chapel originally. That's been a chapel of Abadar, the god of trade, the first vault, etc. That's been
Makes
incorporated into the storehouse. Looking at it with a 30, you'd say probably they're like, okay, so we don't really like. We're going to take this building and we're going to put it inside another module as kind of a way to make sure to keep the Hobgars out.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got like double layered security on our important stuff. That's a nice little colonist. Well, we got to figure a way to do this out. We're going to figure it out and fix things type of attitude. You know what I meant there.
So Amy's letting you know that take a beat is the wrong system.
Yeah, but so's roll religion, but like
But here it is.
it's in the rules because they didn't proofread it.
I mean, she might have just been quoting us, but
yeah,
I think it's funnier the other way, so...
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, Amy.
All right.
We're twisting your words.
So glancing around, can I get everyone to make me a perception roll?
Perception.
So anything above a 10.
Sorry, it's trained only.
Yeah. Apparently I still have blood in my eyes.
23.
It won't
23.
11.
All right.
You said anything above 10.
So glancing around, the storehouse.
You were too busy looking at the church.
The storehouse appears to be mostly abandoned, actually. However, it looks like there was some action here recently. Some of the shelves are tipped over. It looks like it was kind of ruffled around. It kind of looks like...
Sorry, I just read Amy's comment. Take a beat. Wrong system!
I'm flipping your phone. So glancing around, it looks like a skirmish happened not that recently. Like it normally would have been cleaned up by now, but it's pretty empty. There's just one cadet standing and looking around inside, kind of casually. Can I get a sense motive check off of anybody who succeeded that perception roll? Sorry, James.
I did succeed, right?
Yeah, you did.
Nice. This is also an expertise
I'll
thing.
succeed at a skill roll.
12.
Wow, that's an incredibly low roll.
I know, right?
What did you get? 10?
12.
Exactly, actually.
Exactly 10?
I rolled
That's-
3.
Yeah, she rolled a 2.
I had a d20 and a d6, and I rolled 3.
Yeah.
With my -2 to sense motive. 18.
Nice. So the three of you, so you don't quite see the guy. You're too busy covering everybody's rear from the Hobgars. So glancing around, the three of you are going to notice that the one cadet that's standing there isn't actually moving with a lot of military certainty. He's kind of in a weird place. Like if you were a cadet that was sent to monitor a place. Wouldn't you want to be in a position that gives you full sight line to all entrances and exits? And wouldn't you be not kind of like
wandering?
And wouldn't you be standing at attention with your gun not over your shoulder? Like, this just kind of looks a little fishy to all of you.
And you said it looks like a skirmish happened here?
Yeah.
I'm going to shout out surrender in Azlanti.
Make me an intimidation roll.
Is that trained only 2?
No.
Only for James.
Intimidation.
Can I assist?
That's Vest culture.
Oh, what'd you get?
I rolled a 5. I got an 8.
Cool. Add +4 to that.
Okay, 12.
All right, sounds good. So, what do you don't shout too much, but like, what do you say?
Surrender in Azlanti.
The guard is going to turn around, squeak, and throw up his hands. His gun's going to just fly off his shoulder as he does so and clatter to the ground.
We got one! I'm going to say in common, we got one! Get the rope!
Chunk.
All right.
Ah, darn. In Azlanti. I wanted to shoot another one.
Don't
Can I
worry.
also roll intimidate?
Oh, actually, so you shout that.
Don't worry, there are more.
More where that came
I'm
from.
not convinced.
Hot Guard Liberation. Sorry, 1 sec. I'm just. Oh,
There's
I
like
moved stuff
30 of
around.
them, aren't there? I think we heard there were like 30 guards.
2 or 3 dozen, I think was said. Oh, and sometimes a trained-only skill, rarely, may have certain uses that can be attempted untrained. So I think that's up to our illustrious Star Master.
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
Yeah.
You can't get the terminology wrong, Block.
Star-Lord, man.
In
Legendary.
games like these, this is critical.
Yeah, that's true. So
Aye,
they
aye,
give...
Captain.
Okay, 1 sec. Sorry, they give... Oh, I guess he's not that important.
You know what? I'm just imagining you as like a little rat person, and this is actually kind of intimidating.
All right,
It's
so...
like, no.
So you bark at him, and he like throws his hands up. Everything is in order here, sir. He'll say in complete common.
I have a feeling he's not actually with them.
You're not actually one of them.
Hell no.
Can I put my hands down? I'm not either.
No, you should still leave them up for now.
That sounds great.
And I'm going to collect the weapons that he dropped and
Yeah,
disarm
he
them.
dropped his rifle.
Yeah. And maybe now you can put the hands down?
And he'll pull his helmet off, and you'll see a man in his kind of a chubby-faced man in his probably late 30s, kind of stubbling over around like a beard goatee. Kind of. He's let it grow out of it. Kind of looks like he should play bass in a band. You know, like that kind of guy.
Okay, at this point, Vesk wants to turn over. It's like, you're not nearly attractive enough to be Azlanti.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's your name?
I'm Rendell Tace. I'm the supply clerk. Rendell, like Randall, but spacey. You know,
Space Randall.
Space Randall is Rendell Tace, which is like you're tracing something, but you drop the R.
Rend all taste.
Rend
he
all
has
taste.
none.
He's incredibly tasteful. Okay, so hold on.
Bretta sent us.
Is the revolution happening?
Not yet.
Not unless
Where-
you're a
where-
monkey.
Oh, good. I'm not dressed for it.
You know what? Can we, just to be safe, I say we gag him, tie him up, and take him to Bretta, make sure she knows him, and...
While they're discussing this stuff, Vesk. Crutch is just
Sorry.
rummaging. Like I am
Yeah.
rummaging through this place as fast as I can for weapons and stuff like that. Anything that would be useful to anyone is going in my backpack.
I mean, there's not.
I've got one too.
Good.
There's not terribly much here. Sorry, 1 sec. Feel free to help yourself to any rations or anything. There's not much. The Azlanti took a lot of stuff.
Is there any healing stuff?
So why are you dressed like one of them?
Because I accidentally, about an hour ago, one of them came in and tried to He tried to boss me around to give them an accounting of all of our settlement goods, including the ones that I'd hidden. I refused. He tried to shoot me, but the bullet, he'll point to a little dent on the wall, ricocheted off and hit the shelf over his head. Into the shelf.
You're a lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, kinda. And he'll kind of point to the helmet where you see there's like a dent in the helmet. So it broke his neck.
Jesus.
I got him hidden in one of the crates around back. So I was like, so I squeezed myself into this, and it kind of, and you'll see like the gut pouch kind of bulge a tiny bit. Oh man, they went over the comms a couple minutes ago, and they were asking something. I don't speak Azlanti.
What did they say a couple of minutes ago?
Can you mimic it?
Oh damn! Actually, you can.
Was it when I was listening in?
No, this is a direct comment. You will get some chatter over that's like, what the hell are these things? Light them up. And then in the distance you'll hear...
Yep.
Giato Decula? It kind of sounds like... it sounds like just a request for transmit the file. Transmit the data. Is what it kind of sounds like.
Alright. Doesn't mean much.
Does that mean something to you guys?
I'll be right back. Oh wait, no. You got the Hobgar? The dead one?
Yeah, it's all in my pack. It's like on a hook on the back of my pack.
I was gonna say, maybe
it's Kira.
We can make it look like a fight happened, like the skirmish happened, but that the Hobgar got the guy?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Just drop it.
Do you guys speak Azlanti?
Yeah. Don't you?
I say...
Who speaks Azlanti?
I in Azlanti say, doesn't everyone?
I give him
Stop showing off.
I speak like Yusukoi. Or Yusoki. I speak Yusoki, yeah, Yusoki.
I'm going to come over and basically put my hand on his fire. It's like, you were just going to have to accept your shortcomings. I had to learn to with this group as well.
What did he say? Like, what was the comment?
Reactions.
How was the
something
best
about
of the best for the
transfer
normal one?
Is there a computer around here?
I mean, I've got my supply computer.
Does
But
that connect to anything?
I mean, it's connected to like a local network. I mean, like you can.
Where is it?
Why?
So I can see if there's a file.
What file?
You said something about a file. Oh, you didn't know. Whatever they said something about a file.
Yeah, I'm not giving it to them. They don't need to know what our supplies are.
No, I know, but I want to know what it is they're looking for.
They're just looking for a supply manifest, like here, and I'll hold out a data pad.
Don't know.
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of like rations, supplies, stuff like that. Food, water.
Ooh, grab spikes.
Let's try into nuclear
Is there like a local network of like other computers, and can I go digging around and see if there's other files?
Get out of the armor.
No, because they don't supply anything for that.
Damn it!
You can find. You know what? You'll find some like his personal.
I don't care about
space mail. I was gonna say email. I'm like, oh no, this is a more futuristic Gmail. No,
even more.
This is his data pad.
No.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if there was like a network
have
connection
space
to
porn
other
on
things.
it?
So that's fine.
Oh yeah, there's space porn.
Nice.
It's just all octopuses all the time in this future.
Fair.
It's just all anime. Okay, I'm so high up on these yoga blocks. It's great. It's kind of weird on the butt though. I'm not gonna lie. As he's saying, just like yeah. So if you see, like that's all we have. But if they know exactly what we have, they can start making sure that we don't, like starve us or something like that.
But we're not going to give it to them.
Okay, good. That's probably for the... And you'll hear... over his comms. They're saying it again. Here. And he's going to hand you his helmet. In Azlanti, you'll hear... This is Garrison. Do you copy? Master at Arms Olaraja needs that manifest now.
I'll not speak into the comm, like make sure that I'm not transmitting it, but I'll let the others know what he says. They need the manifest now and are demanding it. I say we put the armor back on the dude and make it look like the alpha thing and him had a fight and just leave.
Give me 1 sec. Can I want to adjust the manifest. Like I want to download a copy to myself.
Give me a computer roll.
Okay.
Or I could bring a charge. Do we care about subtlety?
23.
Yeah, not a problem. You can adjust this.
I like that idea.
Where are we sending it to? What was the name?
Olar Raja.
Send. Tell him it's sent.
Just in case, I'm not sure we're going to go with this plan. I'm going to start piling flammable stuff together.
Okay.
I'll...
Cadet, do you copy?
Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to see if I copy. It's just like... I'll say, copy. Sorry, one of those... A weird creature got in here. File sent.
I'll copy when received. We've got a bunch of them around the garrison right now. Try to keep your electronics on low.
Copy that. Over.
These guys are really...
They're 16-year-old soldiers, and they're just being attacked by electrified monkeys. Like, you know what?
This sounds like a sci-fi movie.
Okay, now I'm just imagining like the old Starship Troopers movie, except the little spider things are like this big. And it's like, oh, they're adorable. Ah, the electric.
So we good? Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
That should probably be fine.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, hey. So what do I do?
I think we should.
You're going with us.
I think that we should get the basic stuff out of here, and whatever's left over, we just burn.
Carry as much as you can.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Actually.
Or maybe he should just lock it. Maybe he should just lock himself in the office so it doesn't look suspicious.
Keep talking.
Thank you. Do you mind if I get out of this and then you guys can take the armor? Maybe you can use it. Like you fit into this better than me, and so would you.
Yeah, totally do it.
Actually, hey. Yeah, I mean, you guys really saved my life here. Can I give you? I want to give you something. Hold on. And he's gonna like start stripping off like the arm. He's wearing like clothes underneath.
Yeah.
He's gonna like just drop it down. He's gonna run into the back room. And a minute later, he's gonna come back with a backpack and is going to have a suit of casual stationwear armor on him. I don't know if this will fit any of you, but like I'm not using it. I'd like you to have it. It'd probably be more useful to you than me.
Casual stationwear, you said.
Yeah, I don't know what that does. I didn't have time to look it up.
Casual stationwear.
This is honestly, I have to say, this is one of the things about running a sci-fi game that always gets me is that there's so much technological stuff that they kind of like shoehorn in, like, is there a backdoor network into the mainframe's matrix?
Yeah.
Or should I cyber surf my way in there through my electro nodes and the plug that I stuck up my nose that gives me the power?
Yeah.
And it's like in like fantasy settings, it's like I shoot him with my bow.
Oh wow, that's actually decent armor.
Yeah.
What's it do?
It is where is it? I just lost it again. I just had it. Stationwear, elite, stationwear, casual. It's tier 3 armor. So plus 1 EAC, plus 2 CAC. So the armor values aren't very high, but it's got a really high dex bonus. So it's really good for someone who's really like bounce around kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a plus 6 max dex.
So how does sizing work in this? Does armor just like resize with like kind of like Back to the Future's like shoes?
Does it have any upgrade
If you get
slots?
secondhand armor, no upgrade slots.
Okay.
If you get second armor that wasn't
tailored,
tailored for you, you can have it adjusted, which requires an engineering check, DC of 10 plus 2 times the armor's level. Or you can spend 10% of the armor's purchase price to have it adjusted by a professional.
Okay.
That's funny because it's just as good as my current armor,
Second
which is a
skin.
level 1. Yeah, second skin.
That's what I have.
But second skin also has an upgrade slot, which this thing doesn't. Though that thing has a higher dex bonus.
Yeah.
What does this armor?
Yeah.
What is it? Max is a plus 3?
Plus 6.
Plus 6.
Holy shit.
What's the max on second skin?
Plus 5.
Okay, so I've got lots of space to go though.
Until your dex hits 22.
So that's a good thing. It's a good sellable item. If we had something that was crazy dex, then it would be useful. But
well, we can bring it with us to Abretta.
Yeah,
and then,
totally.
We thank you for your contribution.
Sure, that sounds good.
All right, load up your bag with as much supplies as you can. You're gonna take them back to Abretta.
Plus anything that wasn't on that list.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we're gonna try. I've figured out. Yeah, tell them what I removed from the list, so we can take all that.
Mm-hmm.
So you pack up all the supplies, which include a couple of fuel cells and other things like that. They could be used as detonation equipment later. Which obviously he was hiding because he's like, we might need to blow some shit up. This guy, I'm kind of picturing this guy as kind of like a Jack Black-y type guy. Yeah, he kind of looks like Jack Black. Yeah, man, then we're gonna blow him up because frick him. And then frack him.
Before we leave, do we want to set a trap?
I don't think we have
they don't
time.
come in here very often.
No, but if we say over the thing that it's swarming with them inside and demand reinforcements, maybe some of them might come in. And if you've got some charges, boom.
And destroy all the supplies that are left over?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Good idea, but no. And we're also not locking him in the office because they'd probably question
No,
him.
we should take him back.
So we're taking him. They're all going to know it's suspicious.
All right.
All right, let's get back there.
You make your way back to Ibretta's place and head in the back door. She greets you all as you head in. So what's your status update? What happened?
I give her some weapons and armor.
That's good. Actually, there's one person there that you haven't met before. Roll a d. Someone roll a d6.
4.
All right. So you'll see that there's a human male sitting at the table as well, looking over some blueprints. He has a significant amount of scarring over the left side of his face, long healed. The left side of his face and his left hand. You can see that he has some sort of collar that has looks like a component that would strap into the front, but it's missing. He has a data pad out in front of him. Sorry, he's not going to talk to you. That's Ludvar Kresk. He's a mechanic around here. He uses a voice box to speak. He lost his voice in a fire, but it's currently missing.
Oh, well, here. I'll pop mine out. That's the technopathy node.
Does it work as a voice box?
It doesn't work as a voice box, but he can talk directly into things designed to do messages. So if he has a tablet that he uses to type, he can just talk into it. And it'll...
Is that transferable to another person?
It's a node. It's just a node that I have.
Is a node transferable to people?
I don't know. I would imagine so. I'll double check.
Yeah. He's not an Android, right? It's not like a plug. It's not like a USB.
Well, but if that's a thing that plugs in, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
So, how did he lose it?
He and he'll write down on the pad probably a Hobgar.
Didn't you see something in the...
I'm trying to roleplay it, blog.
Sorry.
Yeah, blog. Jeez, man. All right, so you'll be like little rat shape.
Yeah,
About yay big, kind of.
He'll pull up a schematic for it. Boop.
Yeah, I think that's in the Hobgar cage. Kind of noticed it as we left. They're all not in there anymore.
Do you want to run back and get it?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll go with you.
I'll go back and get it. Do I need to make anything to climb?
It's a DC 10, so if you take 10, you can do it without any Hobgars up there.
Sure.
Cool. So basically, you guys just head out for a minute, and they continue chatting for a bit.
Still.
So where are we on this? Ibretta says.
Well, we eliminated that patrol of bullies, and we released the Hobgars, and we hit the storehouse.
That's a lot of things.
Here's all the stuff.
And you brought my buddy in. How's it going? Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, man. Like, whew. I killed one of them. Sort of. He killed himself. But that's not the important point. The important point is one down.
That is the important point.
I'm gonna have some of this coffee. Oh crap! That's coffee.
Is it?
Roll. Make me a Constitution roll. Oh boy, that's coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll drink it, but you're not sleeping tonight.
That's okay. Vesk do not need to sleep.
Vesker's constantly caffeinated lizards. just, you're like, twitch, lick your eyeball. Twitch.
I didn't even know I could do that.
Normally you can't. Vesk don't even have tongues. How does that... Alright. So, you scale up, grab it out of the box, which is just covered in, like, fur and, like, iron shavings. But this is actually intact. It's a little covered in, like, you're assuming it's, like, blue poop. It's dry.
Electro ooze.
I don't even know. You'll bring it back.
I'll wipe my hands on you afterwards.
Hey! Okay, so, blog. What was that? Let's see, that hay.
No.
Okay, cool. Your character's so freaking loud.
That's true.
You're like 10 feet from the stairs and you're like, hey!
When he does that, I'm gonna like tuck and roll into like the shadows and go stealth.
Alright, make a stealth roll. Where'd she go?
18.
18? 20.
Where'd he go?
No, that
Oh,
was my
there he is.
No, I don't care about him. I'm trying
Alright,
to avoid
yeah.
the rest. I'm just like, shit!
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Alright, so...
Hey!
So you'll hear the sound of some boots in the distance and make it off through the fog before they come?
Yeah.
Okay. So about 5 to 10 minutes later, they'll be at the door. Ibretta peeks out and lets in your companions again.
Oh, good.
You might want to wash it first.
Ludvar will spray it with like an antiseptic spray that's nearby.
It was covered in blue poop.
And he'll... Thank you.
Welcome.
I appreciate it.
I'll keep monitoring the comms.
I'll wander by you and wipe my hands on you again.
Seriously? What is your problem?
If there's anything
God.
I can do to help you, please let me know.
You're noisy.
You're agitating.
It's what I do.
Wonder why I'm so effing noisy all the frickin' time.
If it would help you at all, the hover trikes. I don't know if you saw them in the center of town. They're presently down. Someone stole some of their ignition fuses. He'll like open his pockets and drop like 6 ignition fuses on the table. I seem to have found them. They were stored in some trikes.
Fantastic.
I will just collapse and kill myself laughing.
I like this guy.
I like that.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that in character. I like this guy.
He's kind of like a...
I'll pick him up.
You know who this guy basically looks like, I've decided? He basically looks like the Hound.
Nice.
He's already burned. He's like,
As long as he doesn't say narp.
narp, yarp.
Yarp.
He will fight you for a chicken, though. Space chicken. Alright. You've made some good progress, Ibretta says. Okay. Do you think that you're up for anything else, or do you want to rest for a bit?
I think
You should probably rest a bit.
you need a
You're
little
pretty
bit.
banged up, Sparky.
You should take a break.
Mm.
That
I might need to get this.
backfire wasn't too good on you.
Mm.
I've got a first aid kit.
That would
Greatly
be
appreciate it.
appreciated.
Yeah, not a problem. Okay, so
Spending too
While
much
you're-
time together.
We spend all our time together.
That's my point.
did its accent change?
It
Oh,
does
hi,
that.
I'm Chase. Nice to meet you.
Ibretta, nice to meet you again.
It's a long story.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Before you rest, I'm going to run over these with you so that you know what's going on. So there's 3 more things that we should probably look into. All right. So, glancing down at the map. Okay. Later tonight, I'm going to call the rest of the rebels here to meet with you, since you've proven that you're actually, you're on the level. Okay. So the moisture collector. Might be a good idea to check about whether or not it's actually acting funny and see if there are any cadets there and take them out. Next, I don't know much about... So, Sedona found this thing in that old ship. I don't know much about it, but I'm pretty sure that Madelon has more information. He's imprisoned, but he might have some notes or other information in his house.
Mm-hmm.
I have the passcode. In fact, she doesn't like to admit that. Never mind. So I have the passcode to his office. Okay, and she'll just kind of transfer it to each of you real quick.
Okay.
It might be a good idea to look around there, and his personal module. That's eye on the map. So Madelon.
Yeah, it's literally on the title of the map.
Oh yeah, because it's Madelon's Landing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess after those two are done, it's assaulting the garrison. Now the garrison's is M on the map, and that would be that's going to be a big one.
So what's L and J on the map?
We don't know yet.
L and J. Hold on.
Well, I mean, they gave us a map
No,
with
that's true.
everything marked on it, so
Yeah.
I'm looking at going, what's this?
Let me see if they actually did a L and J. J is a stage that they've set up for public discipline, and L is a stable. That's where we keep our hover trikes.
Cool.
I'm just checking. Ooh, hold on. That might be Mike. Or it might... Wow, I have a lot of messages from... Okay, that's ridiculous, Michael.
Yes!
I was
For slam ball.
Yeah.
No, slam ball is going to look completely different. Slam ball is going to look a lot like a blitz ball if that happens. But we'll talk about that later.
Ah, blitzball.
Blitzball was the greatest game ever, aside from Triple Triad.
But Waka. Oh, how did you...
Hey, you leave the Canadian Samoan alone.
The most infuriating beginning section of a game ever.
What, Blitzball?
I am not good at playing sports in a game.
Meanwhile...
It infuriated me trying to get past that beginning part of the game so I could actually play the game.
See, this is the fun thing. Who played Final Fantasy X? Who beat Blitzball on the first try?
You suck.
I am the king of Blitzball.
Sorry.
I am the king of... I have met maybe one other person who's ever beaten it. I was like number one in the league. Like, that's all I did was play Blitzball because the rest of the game was crap.
Christopher did the same thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you want it.
I think I got so frustrated with that, I put the game back down and didn't pick it back up.
See, you should have just dated me like 20 years ago. God, has it been out that long? Oh my god, it has.
Well, 20 years ago, I didn't have a PS2 because I was 9.
Oh.
Yeah, I was 10.
I guess I was only like...
I was 12, actually. Ooh.
Yeah.
So, I
Not
got
that
it.
long.
I guess that came out when I was like...
I got it in high school.
Yeah.
So it was probably like, I guess about
When did
15 years
Final
old?
Fantasy X come out, James?
I was probably 16.
Alexa,
How would I know?
Did you get your phone out? Yeah, there.
I think I
I
was
was
16
technically-
when I got it, so.
I know, we're just giving you shit. Alright, so,
You're the same age as me.
so y'all rest up with those last items on the agenda. So go ahead and spend the night. You'll be patched up.
Yep.
You raise your hit points back to full, and your stamina points back to full, and your resolve point back to full.
Hell yeah.
I think we get for sleep. I don't think it's like if we're just getting a night of sleep.
Well, you're also going to get patched up.
Okay.
Yay, patched up. I
I
really needed that.
I can feel healing.
So it's
now.
9:40 right
is
now.
gone.
Mike, I'm just gonna message him real quick and see if he's actually gonna show up.
Thanks, Amy.
What?
It was released in 2001.
Wow, the chat's really
Woo.
useful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Amy, right? So.
Yeah, Amy's really useful.
True story.
So things that you guys might want to know about.
Facts about the Amy.
If you've got crazy scores in how many of you guys have good scores in engineering or computers and a lot of the science and stuff like that, you can manufacture items.
No pencil.
Did it go under the couch?
Right under the couch.
There's extra pencils on the table.
No, but it's my big fat pencil.
Oh, yeah,
for my big fat hands.
There, actually.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I did it!
Yay! My savior.
All right. So
You get a beat.
yeah, gain a beat. So
I am a quarter of the way to a full experience.
that's true. So y'all go ahead and role play, just resting up and stuff like that, and chat about stuff. I'm gonna go to the washroom real quick.
Sure.
Don't step on me.
I'm going to Karen quietly play
Are you all...
Orcish death metal.
Karen, play Careless Whisper.
Okay, so for context,
Whole
we were
freshman.
watching
No, don't
Mikey
give context. It's better.
last night of Glamangor,
Too mainstream.
and all she does is play Careless Whispers all the time
Oh no.
in her videos, and it is fantastic. Which
Uh,
it would be really cool if one day Mikey actually followed this channel. Because Ripley is adorable.
You doing alright, big guy?
Other than the head wound, yes.
Were you injured
I also getting
as
hungry.
well?
No.
Okay, you didn't get injured. Okay.
just us two.
Okay, well, I will assist in patching you guys up because I have the medicine scores.
Okay.
At some point, there will be a zap, and Noah will return.
There will be some bandages or something.
Yeah. Some salve.
Thank you, Captain.
And welcome back, Noah.
Thank you. You do realize I don't go anywhere, right? I'm still here. I do experience everything that happens when Chase is up forefront.
It's just really weird for me to think about, and I don't want to think about it.
That's fair. I do appreciate your assistance earlier. I know Chase was quite rude in your assistance, but thank you.
No, if I ever need to get woken up or I'm falling asleep, go ahead and do that again.
Fair enough.
That works. Quicker than coffee, at least. On that note, I go help myself to some more coffee.
All right. You all sleep through the night, rest up for the next, or I guess through the evening, waking up in the middle of the night.
I'll make sure everybody eats.
No. There's plenty of room for food and comfort.
Combat
Did you
rations, my
sanitize your
favorite.
hands?
Well, duh.
Oh, so like hamster baths where they wash their hands.
Have you seen the video of giving raccoons cotton candy?
Yes, I
Yes.
have. But I'm just
That was so
imagining. I'm imagining the mouse at the beginning of Bambi when it's like drip, 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 little April showers, and he's finds a little water drop and washes his hands.
All right.
Yeah, the way the hamsters do it, just combing this.
Although I should point out, I like how they asked if you had washed your hands, but they've never asked Crutch if he has done it when he cooks all the food.
Yeah.
You're a professional
Well,
chef.
I mean,
you should know better.
The reason
No. Unsanitary conditions make you tougher.
The reason Hal asked though was because he watched me put my hands in blue poop to
True.
cover
And it's
that
been
voice
wiping
box.
them off on me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been wiping them on.
I was wondering what the glowing handprints were.
Big gl-
I was worried it was some sort of infection.
In a way, it is.
And with that, you all head upstairs after a couple of hours of rest. And when you do, you can see that there are 2 additional people around the table waiting for you as you head out.
Can I just note? Once you said that, I'll just toss you the last cookie or something.
I'll be the last cookie.
Yeah, she'll give you shit, and then she'll give you something nice.
This is why I
It's
stay
like your
on this
favorite one or
ship.
something.
Is this what the humans call the carrot and the stick?
No, this is what humans call friendship.
As my mouth is
I'm
full.
still learning that one.
As my mouth is full. Shut up.
And I think now, just due to my height, the whole, because of what happened earlier, when I reach up to pat you guys, it's gonna just always be on your ass.
Actually, I was just about to say, I was gonna be like,
So I'll
yeah,
pat
she
you
goes.
on the butt as I go by and be like, love you too.
I can't
I
wait
think
until
that's
you start
something
doing
Noah's
that to
gonna
some of
pick
the
up.
NPCs. Because we're all probably kind of used to it, and they're just like, what the hell? And I'm like, yeah, I know, small hands, you get used to it.
I was almost tempted to do that to the mechanic, honestly. And be like, I like you. Come on.
Do it, it's a rat thing.
Exactly.
It's touchy.
See?
Once his face
You
in the
fit
store,
into
we
the
can all be
sports
like,
game. Where do I?
no, that's totally a Sophie thing.
Where did my phone go?
Did it get dropped?
Probably.
It did. There it is.
The couch ate it.
It landed on the sheepskin. It was safe.
Alright, so
We love you too, Amy.
so Mike is not going to make it for the rest of the night. He's not feeling too hot and can't talk right.
That's fair.
Fair.
Well, I want to tell him that he can't talk right normally in this game, but
Do it.
Tell him to just watch him.
And
I
then
hope
be
he
like,
won't
no,
get
seriously.
lost.
Yes.
Anyway,
Mike, we love you.
And then just be like, no, seriously, just
okay.
just
to
watch.
specify, we have 2 mics. that we're
Yes.
doing.
We have, so I'm going to soon refer to Mike the player, and then Michael, who is a graphic designer for us and probably a future player, because I've got a couple of things. I just blew a lot of money on something that we'll talk about after this session. I'm just going to tell Mike to feel better real quick.
Yeah.
Because this is the way role-playing works in the 21st century.
True story.
Players show up, and then you text the players that didn't show up, and you're like, where the fuck are you?
At least I'll be able to catch up easy.
Oh, yeah. This is a perfect slot in, actually. I think that, I think I know exactly where I'm going to end game tonight, so that'll be good. So...
2 new people.
So there's, one new person
Okay.
is waiting out there. Is it a La Shinta or Ia Shinta? It's La Shinta.
Yeah, Shinta.
So there's a La Shinta female sitting out front, wearing fairly fashionable clothes. Get a quick look at her. She looks like she looks professional. A little dirty, but like clean, proper, smart outfit. And as soon as you enter, she will stand up, which is customary, and will say, you're the ones that I was hearing about? My name is Goraya Lee. Goraya Lee. So Lee is in the Chinese spelling of Lee, L-I, or Lai. I'm going to say Lee. And then Goraya, however you feel like it. There's no E in it. Or Goraya. It could be Goraya. Goraya Lee.
That sounds a bit
Also
better.
love
that.
Yeah, Goraya. She'll smile and bow to each one of you, folding the Shinto, the ones with the forearms, right? Yeah. So she'll basically like clasp all 4 of her hands like that and give you a polite bow.
Respond in kind.
I thought it was the Kasatha that had 4.
Is it not the Shinto? Oh, the Shinto are the antenna ones who are like the
They're
Asari.
the happy ones, aren't they?
Yeah. So she'll basically do the same thing. Then she'll do that with like her one set of hands,
Okay.
and
And
her
her
little
antenna.
her antenna will basically like do the little bow thing as well when she bows. Well, I'm glad to see that we have some real tough customers. Let me introduce myself. I'm Goraya Lee. I was the project manager and mediator here. I was wondering, as you've been going around, have you heard anything about any other Shinto around here? Some of my family is missing.
I'm afraid all we've really heard is gunfire.
If you find anything at all, there was an accident in the mines right as the Azlanti arrived. I can't call them because of a suppression signal that the Azlanti have put up. I'm hoping they're fine. Madelon probably knows, so if you do see him, I would greatly appreciate any news.
We'll see what we can do.
If we hear anything, sure.
Okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Well, Ibretta says, we should probably get going if we're going to meet up with everyone.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Keep a low profile. Let's move. So the 7 of you sneak across the outskirts of town to another settler's or another colonist's house. She'll knock briskly on the door twice, and a teenage.
It's a cadet!
Shoot him, all teenagers.
Exactly.
Page 15. Ah, here.
I am silent.
So, a teenage boy with blonde hair will open the door. And Ibretta will nod to him. Wellis, is your mom awake? Yeah, she is. Pretty fit kid, actually. Like, 15, 16, about the same age as the cadets, but it looks like he's going to grow up to kind of be that kind of beefy handsome. Like, he's got definite, like, quarterback look to him. But looks a little stressed. He leads you through the house, which is quite dirty at the moment, actually. Dishes are piled up everywhere. There's a big pile of bloody bandages laying in the middle of the kitchen. And he'll lead you through the common area, which is, it's not that large. I mean, this is a prefab house. Think of it like any of you who've been into like military quarters. It's very streamlined, very tight, very Spartan. And he'll open the door to the master bedroom, which probably isn't much bigger than the other ones. And you will see that there is a handsome blonde woman, kind of a short human, about 5'4", laying in bed. She's got a blanket over her, but she's obviously topless underneath the covers. Everything is bound up in gauze and bandages, though. You can see a bit of blood on some of the bandages. Her face is just a map of bruises and cuts. A couple of her teeth are missing. She'll scoot a bit as you open the door, and Ibretta will say, "Hey, don't move. Just don't try to move." She definitely has the look of a soldier, though. All right, now that we're all here, let's talk. This is Corsica Arquin, and that's her son, Wellis. Corsica is one of our professional soldiers.
Looks like you put up quite the fight.
I don't like bullies.
Neither do we.
I taught him. They don't speak common, but I taught him some new expressions. They didn't like it too much.
What expressions were those? I'll make sure to repeat them when we see them.
I basically told them to... and she'll give you a couple of rude expressions that are equivalent of shove it up your ass type of things. A couple of gestures. I know just enough Azlanti to tell him... the only difference between their mothers and a round of Vera Schnapps is that people come back for a second round of Vera Schnapps after they've enjoyed them.
Perhaps we should best use your strength for planning.
Yosoki will cackle.
Yeah. It's a bad... basically, it's like... Vera Schnapps is like this type of like... it's like space Everclear Fireball. Yes. It's like this noxious liquid that tastes like cough syrup and kicks your ass like a sledgehammer. And it's like 2 shots is like a Herculean effort. Like, this is like the thing that everybody who thinks dwarves can drink infinitely, this is what knocks their characters out. And the joke is that, like, well, some people actually go back for a second round of that, unlike your mom.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. Quite the insult there. What was that? She kind of glances down. Ibretta does. 3 broken ribs, 2 broken legs. Torn rotator cuff. Yeah, well. She'll shrug and then immediately regret it. So, this is all of us right now. Other colonists will rise up if we give them enough of a reason to.
Question.
Yeah.
As a player, would feeding the soldier girl a health potion help? By much?
Let me double check.
Because I have Healing Serum Mark 1.
I probably wouldn't hurt.
Would it help enough that she'd be useful?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that would probably nurse her legs back to health. Her ribs are probably broken, but you can fight with broken ribs. I mean, like, it's not advisable, but it's easier to fight than with broken legs.
So she might be useful during it.
Oh, yeah.
Even if she's sitting at a window just sniping out of it, right?
She can do that.
She wouldn't be in pain.
Yeah.
Or as much.
Yeah.
Also, so ribs, legs, rotator cuff. Kind of. Not poke her, but kind of point like I was poking her.
I'll be like, so Crutch will be like, that's an impressive set of injuries. I don't think I've ever seen
What
a
have
human
you
survive that or
given her
endured that
already?
many injuries.
Yeah, I got some dwarf in my background.
I will ask for a rundown of what they've given her already.
Good.
We don't have much. They confiscated most of the medical supplies, mostly morphine.
Okay,
Space
this
morphine.
won't affect them. Here, drink this.
And she'll drink it. There you go. Mark that off your sheet.
Good call.
She will thank you for that. Thanks. That's a big help. Her voice kind of comes back to her. You want to do me another solid? If you're headed out there?
You want to get it in a sniper nest?
Yeah, I think that would be great. They've got two young little shits. The senior officers, the senior cadets of theirs.
Mm-hmm.
If you find them before I do.
Wait, is that the Billy Patrol?
No, these are seniors.
Oh, no.
She'll
They
just-
have one kind of senior one.
That's
what
true.
it seemed like.
She'll describe them to you.
Yeah.
So they're two older ones. Each one of them carries a pistol and a tacklash rather than a rifle and a knife.
Mm-hmm.
They're bearded men with sharp widow's peaks. If you come across them.
Kneecap them?
No, just fucking kill them.
Yeah, okay. I figured you might want it, but sure.
If they're dead, they're dead.
Okay.
I'm sure we can
Practical.
accommodate
If I
that.
get to them first, though, I'm...
Oh,
The
healthy
knees are a good place
competition,
to
healthy
start.
competition.
I mean, it's one of the easier places for me to start, too.
Bring me back one of their tacklashes.
Sure.
What's a tacklash?
a
A
whip,
tacklash is... I'll just show you the
Oh,
photo.
it's pretty terrifying.
Yes, it is an electrified, spiked whip.
Oh,
Think Whiplash from Iron Man 2.
Yeah, that.
nice. Okay.
Tacklashes do non-lethal.
But gross damage.
Holy shit. Oh, is that because of their strength? That's because of their strength mostly. It does a d4 plus 1 damage,
Oh.
but like they hurt like hell,
Mm-hmm.
and they're kind of interesting.
Corsica, what was your initial count on the original party?
Well, I heard you've been going through taking them out.
I've counted about 7 taken out entirely. Since
That's
we
it?
arrived.
Yeah.
So I counted. I could be wrong about this. I think I counted 24 total. They have a lieutenant, an Aeon Guard lieutenant who's in charge, and they have a master of arms named
Olar?
Olaraja. Yeah. Besides that, I saw about like 21 or 22 of those ones wearing the guard armor, or the cadet armor. I mean. So you said 7 are down. So they're
Is that including the one Jalik got?
I think
Correct.
so, yeah. 3 first time, 3 at the cemetery,
And then
and
1.
then that one.
hey guys, don't forget the one that took himself out with the shelf.
I
Yeah,
did.
we counted
Star.
that one.
Well, and the one that I shot.
Yeah, wasn't that one of the first 3?
Yeah, but you guys fought 3 and then 3.
No, because he took. It was only 2 that we fought.
Yeah, we only
The
fought
first
two.
Because-
Yeah,
Because-
you just fought 3.
Yeah. So when we first
So 3
arrived,
and 3.
Jellic
Two.
took out 1. We fought 2. Yes.
And then we fought another 3 at the cemetery,
Yeah.
and then 1 died in the...
because there was another fight that you guys skipped. Now I
Yes.
remember.
I don't know if any of the those things might have taken.
We can hope.
Well, I don't know if we actually skipped it. It just didn't come up at the beginning of the game again this time.
We
No,
didn't
you-
go hunting for them. We could
you-
have.
You did. There's a way that you can skip it, and
Yeah.
you did. Actually,
okay.
you all got
You got
really
around
high
it.
stealth rolls.
Yeah.
So you actually managed to jump to the hobguards immediately.
Well, we. Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's a storyteller Star-Lord thing. Star-Lord.
So we've seemed to have taken out almost a
Nothing.
third, but still leaves us with quite a number.
And we've got their weapons.
Some of them.
Well, I mean,
A
we could
third in
always-
one day, so it won't take us too long.
We could spend a day going and taking out the patrols.
Mm-hmm.
They would know for sure we're here then.
The one thing I do fear is if they catch on that we've been taking out their patrols, they may come after Corsica again, assuming that she's behind it.
I don't think they think I'm going to be doing anything anytime soon.
I mean, we can also just move her to another place.
I don't know. If she's
That's
ever
actually
moved
probably
yet.
an option, Ibretta says. She can actually probably stand up or at least move now. She's been bedridden for almost a week.
I should probably ask this. Is there anything that might prove useful in our fight that you've got access to that you're not?
They confiscated everything. But if you give me a rifle or anything, I'm a damn good shot.
Well, we found a few.
Plenty of those.
Want some armor?
Yeah.
We do have some spare armor.
Yep.
Good. That'll be real fine.
Probably like painted or mark it just so we don't get mixed up with the rest of them.
And is anyone else here trained with firearms?
Wellis is. The kid will nod. I'm pretty good. I used to shoot swamp rats.
Wonderful.
Of unusual size.
I mean, they were pretty big, but I mean, like the swamp rats back home. I mean, they're I don't know about as.
Don't.
No
Just
offense.
don't.
How cute
Just-
is he? He's okay.
I'll twitch my ears and be none taken.
I mean, like they're not Yosoki. Like these are like feral.
Stop.
Stop while you're ahead.
Just
walk
trust me,
away,
pal.
Willis.
I'm gonna get
Stop.
I'm gonna get a Coke.
Good call.
I'm gonna get a space Coke.
Okay, as he turns to leave,
Let's
I'll
get some
pat him on the
Virish-
butt and be like, okay, you're
Can you
okay,
make it a
kid.
Vera Schnapps?
He's gonna actually. He's not gonna yelp. He succeeded. I'm getting so many mixed signals.
As he's going away, he's like, can you make it a Vera Schnapps?
I keep hearing about this Vera Schnapps, but I've never tried.
What's your charisma?
17.
So as you're, where are you standing in relation to the bed?
Um,
Hold on.
probably kind of off to the left of the room, like, probably not too close.
Doing one of those like leaning against the
Yeah.
windowsill kind of things, yeah.
So Corsica's gonna look over at you. You're gonna see her looking at you as you say that. We don't actually have any, but I think I'm feeling good enough if you wanted to take a couple rounds later.
Oh, this is one of those human rating rituals.
Yes.
I will note when I
Crutch, I think
patted
you're
him on
right.
the butt and told him, you're okay, kid, I have charisma 19.
Yeah, making a rat making a human blush is pretty funny. She's charisma 14
Cool.
because I rolled a d20 and that's what it ended up on. She's like only in her like 40s, maybe.
She's kind of cute under the bruises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, the Vesk and the android are like
This is an interesting entomological.
exactly.
So
The blushing reaction is true.
Ibretta looks around.
Makes both of them blush more.
Hey! We need to get this done. Alright? You can flirt or whatever later. Also, we're doing that in front of your kid, but whatever, I'm not going to judge. Alright. So there's 3 more places, 2 before we do that assault. Okay? The moisture collector and the administrator's house. I think the administrator's house is more important. Going in and finding what Madelon has there might give us a key to make this a better, more tactical assault.
Sure,
Plot.
it's closer.
Lee will lean forward. Although if you're in there and you find anything that's related to the mines, please.
We'll look.
Yeah.
Good. Are
Let's
you
go
feeling?
there. Then we can go to moisture.
Actually,
And once we're over there, we can grab the hover trikes.
how far? Where exactly are the mines anyway?
To the north.
Maybe we can also maybe it's far enough out, maybe we can access it with the ship as well. All right, let's go to this administrator house and get this done.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
I've got a new reaction shell, reaction chamber, and I'm ready to use it.
All right, so you all mount up, and just give me 1 sec. So where are you going to the administrator's house first?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one will work better than the last one.
Oh, no, it's a garrison. Did they give you a map for this one?
It wasn't a problem with the reaction cell. It's like the cyclic action on
It's actually quicker than I thought it was going to be.
on these Sub-Zeros. It can get a bit rampant at times.
Right,
There's a reason why they're a fairly discounted weapon.
we're going to move to Theater of the Mind. Okay? Yeah. That's right. That sounds good. Actually, you know what? This seems like, so you all mount up and prepare to go off into the darkness of the evening and ransack the administrator's house. In the distance, you can hear the sound of a gunshot, a rifle shot, echoing, and bits of the fog will light up as you look out the front door, as the massive Hobgars continues to wreak havoc on various bits of electronic equipment, and even in the dimness you can see the occasional zort of blue electrical light. This is going to be an interesting evening for all of you. And we're actually going to end game right there because this is a good place, because it gets super dramatic, and the administrator's house is... We could do it, but it would be like kind of rushing things. Okay. And I want to kind of like just lean into this. So that works for you guys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Plus that'll give Mike a chance to get back in. So in the meanwhile, actually, you spent a good bit of time. I'm just going to calculate. What's level 2?
Level 2 is...
so that's going to be
800.
level 2 is 1,300.
1,300?
Yep.
Okay, so 1, 2. I'm just going to calculate how much experience, because you might have hit level 2.
As a quick sidebar, I will sync
calculate that last time.
everyone.
You will which everyone?
Sync everyone with my detector, because there are 7 NPCs. And there are 3 y'all, and I can get 10.
Nice. Okay. Sorry, there are a lot of notes that I
and sync Riot when she comes back.
Yes.
Okay, so that's these guys are CR3, so they're 200 XP each. So, and you fought 6 of them, 5 of them.
5
today.
5 total.
Or,
we didn't calculate XP last time.
Yeah, we've faced 5 total, and 2 have been killed by their means.
And then what was it? 2 Hobgars last time.
Okay. Actually, you know what? You know what? I don't actually want to go with an experience system. I think it's a flawed way of looking at the game.
I've always enjoyed milestones better.
I think I just don't have the first page at the beginning of this. So
plus, with milestones, it's you can just don't have to keep track
when it feels right,
and you don't have to keep track of all of the numbers and experience.
Yeah, personally, I like it since I started doing that with Jade Regent.
Yeah.
I much prefer it.
All right, so we're going to call game right there and just continue to chat around for a bit. So that's it for this episode. Tune in next time for episode 3 when they get into a whole lot of trouble and the action really picks up.
Shit.
It'll be a riot.
Oh,
Mike's not here.
Nope.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so that's it for this episode. So we're just going to keep shooting the shit on camera and chatting with the chat. So we'll see you later. I'll probably cut this part for YouTube if it's not interesting.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Bye.